If you like receiving lobotomies by feds at 1,200 feet per second, you've come to the right place. Welcome back to Culture Warfare, where we talk about.
Don't. If you're new,
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for being with us today.
we're trying to get a new intro. We're workshopping it here. So if you think of something that was better than that,
Workshopping is an understatement.
comment down below. Let us know how good that intro was. Yeah, boys.
Thanks for being with us. We got a lot of topics to go over today. There's a lot happening in the news.
Well, I was gonna say, since the last time we recorded, it was right before Christmas. So like, I don't know.
Happy New Year to everybody.
It's gonna be kind of weird. I mean, there hasn't been that much in the news as of for the beginning of the year, so it's gonna kind of be a dry episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, we got plenty of stuff. You guys have all been in tune with the news. We got, a semi-war that happened. Not really. We just kidnapped the president overnight.
Minor stuff.
If it was a war, it was very one-sided.
Yeah, I don't really think that counts as a war. I think we
Yeah.
just G-snatched a country's president, and
It's more of a steamrolling.
yeah, we got also obviously right away, guys. We're gonna talk about that, and Minnesota is on fire still. So, if you're here for that, we're definitely gonna get into that right away. And if you like gun stuff, we're gonna do that today too, but we're gonna save that towards the end. So, what do we got first? Maduro, you guys are more in tune with this than I am. I just kind of.
Well, so for those of you who have been living under a rock, last week, Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, or should I say president of Venezuela, was kidnapped by some scary black ops dudes in the American military. Yeah, just straight body snatched and black bag from his own compound. That was kind of the general gist, but we have a news article that will kind of explain, if you haven't heard, what's going on, so you guys can hear.
Yeah, I guess for me, like, I think everyone kind of knows like what happened, but
Yeah.
I mean, what is gonna happen now and like why we did it is really not clear, and that's kind of been the whole thing. That
Yeah, motivations for the whole situation are obviously unclear. They probably won't be known for quite a few years, just because OPSEC and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure dudes in offices in the CIA and FBI are tirelessly plotting whatever it is they're thinking of in regards to Venezuela, regime change, all that sort of good stuff. So,
well, before we get into that, do you wanna, for the people who are interested in the gun stuff, you wanna show everyone your new little toy you got?
my new toy, yeah, I have here a Gen 6 Glock 17. Yeah, it should show up, right? Picked it up the other
Here, you
day.
wanna set that over here, brother?
Yeah, so we'll get into that a little bit later, but little sneak peek preview. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. I mean, the biggest Glock fanboy of all time on this show couldn't he
I
just
couldn't help myself.
couldn't
That is-
resist.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's one of the first in the state, right?
It's the first in our city for sure.
And yeah, that's
It's probably a very early one in our state.
pretty sweet.
But yeah, it's to everybody who I've talked to's knowledge, it's the first one in our city, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, it's good. So back to Venezuela. So for a while now, if you've kind of not been keeping up with the news, the U.S. government has been going after Venezuela pretty hard for the cartel and all that stuff bringing drugs in and trafficking and all kinds of stuff. Agua
Well,
is a
here's the thing: is like we can probably skip straight to, like, I think everyone kind of knows what happened. I'm more or less like, what do we know now, like afterwards from all this stuff? Because it kind of like, it's been a thing for a while,
mhm.
but it just kind of like happened, like we were just shooting boats down and stuff, and then it's just like, oh yeah, we just kidnapped their president. But like the excuse was that they're a narco state, and yeah, I mean they're not. So like, yes, do they, you know, push drugs through Venezuela? Yes, they do, um,
That's kind of most of South America, though.
but it's not even the biggest threat to American lives, especially when it comes to like drugs and stuff. Like
Yeah, I think Mexico and China are the top contributors to.
Colombia and Mexico are the big ones for cocaine.
Yeah,
And in terms of fentanyl, like Venezuela is not. They don't. Fentanyl does not come from Venezuela.
Yeah.
So like that whole argument is kind of
that's coming from like China through Mexico.
right. Yeah. So I guess like what was, because the whole thing I've been seeing too is like people are like, well, he was a communist, so like,
Yeah, but I
like,
mean, there's a lot of communist states all over the
right.
world.
Well, yeah. I don't know. The whole thing that I've been like seeing online is like people are just saying, "Oh, he was a communist, like he had to go or whatever." But
Yeah.
I don't. I guess I don't really care. Like, I get it, cause I got in trouble for like, not trouble, but like people were like, because I posted a meme about it, saying like it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that Venezuela doesn't have a Rothschild bank,
Yeah.
and there's a list out there that's just getting crossed off as we go.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to talk about that or their giant oil reserves, which it doesn't really matter. But people are just saying like, oh, he was a communist, so like it's good. Like I don't really care at this. Like I don't really care about like I hate communism, obviously,
Yeah.
but like why would we be over there doing stuff? Like we have plenty of stuff over here that's a giant issue.
Yeah, it's pretty far down on the totem pole of priorities that our nation needs to be focusing on. Um, as far as the motives and the reasons, we won't actually know the true ones probably ever.
Oh, I think we will.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be far down the road.
well, I think it's pretty obvious what the motive is, at least at this point. Like, Trump's already said, like, we're taking the oil, essentially. Like, he didn't say that straight up, but he's like, we're gonna take the oil reserves from Venezuela and
mhm.
distribute them or whatever. So, I think that's probably the main thing is,
It could be oil. It could be. It's probably multifaceted. Honestly, it could be just the oil on top of the United States loves regime change. I mean, we do it all the time.
yeah.
We've done it for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's kind of just our government playing, dollhouse with other nations, trying to, just play around with different governments and whatnot, trying to set them up however we think might be interesting this decade, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
It's like pseudo, like, not, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, like imperialism or like expanding US, but it's like, we're just gonna install a guy that's gonna do deals with us or do what we say, basically.
I mean, kind of like cloaked imperialism, because it's not like we're
We're like
overtly taking over the nation and occupying it
right.
and claiming the territory as our own, but
I think that'd be
we will
way
put
cooler.
it would be way cooler, and at least, I would be less skeptical or like confused, you
Mhm.
know? Because if we're gonna do stuff like this, like kidnap presidents, I would just rather us say, okay, we have your president now, your territory's ours. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
I would rather it be that than
well, well, yes, we are simple brained, so yes, we think, you know, obviously that'd be way cooler if we're like, yeah, this place is ours now,
mm.
you know, but I don't know how that would work on the global scale of things if we just started claiming places and
Yeah, that's not a good
Well,
way to make friends.
how do you control the local population then? You know?
Yeah, you
well, the
can't.
same way that they control our population.
Yeah, but then you're stretching out the resources, you know?
Right.
Like
It's
They love doing that though. They would love more places to send welfare to and launder money through.
yeah.
They would love it.
true.
It's a win-win for everyone.
The more of my taxpayer dollars that go to Israel, the better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're setting up. Venezuela's ours now. It's now America. Let's send $300 billion to Israel to get you guys set up.
Let's get them some more F-10s.
Yeah, let's get some aid over to Venezuela, get them all set up with Americanized stuff, and part of that budget is we're sending all that money to Israel.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like my whole thing with it, the problem is like the whole presidential like administration thus far, the first year has been a disaster. It's been a total disaster.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. We kind of came off of a high in 2016 or after, his 2016 term, where the economy was doing good, you know, it was kind of moving in the right direction and stuff like that. Now, people that he put in his cabinet, whatever, you can argue all day and night. He made a lot of bad decisions in his first term too. Don't get me wrong, but after
Things were good though, right?
things
Like
were things were good. I mean, like I remember during COVID, dude, we had like 98-cent gas here.
well, even before COVID, like it was like economy was the best it's been in a like long time.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, obviously we know what happens there. He loses the election, quote unquote loses. Um and then Biden, and that was a disaster as well. So it was kind of like we went through like things were good and then COVID, Biden, and then he gets reelected and it's like, oh, things are going to turn around again.
Yeah.
And then so there was a bunch of expectations on him to like,
Right, because he made a lot of good promises, and I mean, he kept a lot of promises in his first administration or his first term. There was a lot of good stuff that he did. There were some bad things too, but there was a lot of good stuff that he did, and so we were kind of expecting, okay, he's in again. It's his last term. He kind of knows the ropes now that he's been president once, so he knows the right people to hire. He knows kind of how the system works, and he can play the game,
right.
and so he can be more effective at it. And so, we just had higher expectations. I certainly did. I had higher expectations for this go around, for sure.
Yeah, I think everyone did. I mean, it was the biggest, wasn't it like one of the biggest wins on one side that there's been in like a long time?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, what was it? It was the first time a Republican had won the popular vote and the general in like how many years? Like when was the last time
I have no
was
idea.
it Reagan?
I have no idea.
It might have been Reagan. But anyway, so
But he had all those expectations. Everything looked great. And this past year has been one of the worst, in my opinion. I don't, you, like, in the view of the population, he went from this mega superstar to he's lost a ton of his base in a matter of a year. Like, that is a quick turnaround. I think.
Yes, but I also feel like part of that too is that the base has also gotten smarter in that time too.
You think so?
I think so. I feel like a lot of people woke up after COVID, which he wasn't really around during then. Most of that was under Biden. So
I guess that's a good point.
I think that a lot more people have woken up and are seeing the shenanigans for what they are.
Yeah, I guess that is a good point because, like, I guess his first term.
Because I'm certainly more aware, and
Yeah, it would like I feel like there was a lot less people out there during Trump's first term that you know would think that the government is just lying about everything.
yeah.
And no one really, it wasn't a thought that came across your mind for most people or most conversations you'd have with people.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that way, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't, but
Mhm.
we're talking about mass population. I think that was a lesser known thing, or people just
Yeah.
didn't care.
Right.
But after COVID, and we saw how much of a disaster that was,
Mm-hmm.
and how much they were willing to lie about stuff,
Yeah. Everybody has their antennas perked up now.
that kicked off, and just them lying about, uh, like you can't be in like the federal government's position at every level and have Joe Biden be the president and let him talk and then try to tell us that he is not like 1 foot in the grave with dementia. Like
Yeah.
we could all see him talk. So it's like
Yeah.
it's almost like a blatant, like that was the most blatant form of like gaslighting, like
Yeah.
not even good gaslighting, just bad gaslighting.
Yeah.
That
It was objectively bad.
it was just
Gaslighting.
dumb because like combination of that with COVID, now everyone's kind of like, yeah, I don't think you're telling the truth about anything. So he does have to fight that this year, but still, I don't know if it's just him not like Trump not being aware of what the population thinks about certain things, but it like seems like he is just completely unaware of what majority of people are actually thinking and saying.
The other side of that too is he doesn't have to run again, so he probably doesn't even care.
I think
He's not
like
worried about reelection.
I think he does care. I think that's part of his issue is he does care. I think he
Mm.
cares a lot about what people think about him.
Yeah.
I think he cares too much about what people think about him and the fact that he wants to be like this. I mean, every time he talks, it's like, "Oh, look at me. This is the best thing. It's the best thing we've ever seen." Like every single time he talks, it's like that's
Yeah.
the only thing he cares about. He only cares about how good he looks and everything.
Fair point.
So, I really don't think like yeah, I don't know. I forget where that we started that train, but like I don't think he's
So
he's worried about it.
back to the Maduro thing. So President Trump sets up a raid to kidnap Nicolas Maduro. And so I think all in all the operation took like what is it? Like 2 hours and
It was like an hour and a half.
oh, I thought from like start like wheels up to wheels down on the boats it was like 2.5 hours or something like that. But regardless, so we're flying in helis. We got tons of fixed wing aircraft flying over Caracas in Venezuela, the capital city. Uh, what was it? It wasn't DevGru.
It was Delta.
It was Delta. Delta, lands, breaks into the compound, bags him, Nicolas Maduro and his wife, gets out.
Very quickly.
The
Very quickly.
I think that part of the operation only took like 27 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say once Delta was on the ground, I think it was a half hour.
Yeah. And then a helicopter did get hit, but it wasn't downed or anything. And I think there was a few injuries, but no deaths on the American side. And I think that basically almost all of the Venezuelan forces got
So it looks like
clean housed.
looks like total mission time was 2.5 hours. Time on ground was under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
There's a
It-
lot of
in terms of military efficiency, very, very efficient operation in terms of if that's how you're gonna judge success of this mission. Like, yes, it's very successful.
Yeah.
That part very cool.
Yeah.
I don't
The-
know like how
they
you could be someone like a red-blooded American and not be like, that's sick.
It is sick. The fact that we could go into a sovereign nation, black bag your president in a half hour, and get out with no deaths
In his bed.
in his bedroom in the
They-
capital city.
They got to him before he could even get into his safe room.
Yeah. And if they even got into a safe room, they would have blown through the door. I think they had charges and torches to be able to blow through the door regardless. So, and they had practice for that because they built a 1-to-1 scale mock-up of his compound because we had CIA assets on the ground doing inventory and intel on the whole situation. I think they were like monitoring like what kind of pets he has.
Yeah. They're looking at his
Everything
pets. Yeah.
was down to the T of this situation, and so they just ran.
The ATF was very concerned about what dogs he had.
Oh yeah, I bet they were. No, but like that part, like, is very, very cool, and that was the biggest thing. I would see online is like, from people that are in our spheres, like,
Mhm.
because obviously we're interested in like military stuff
Yeah.
because we're into guns and we like military, like guns that were like clones, like we're all into that stuff. So like, that stuff is cool, and that was the biggest thing I seen from this community is just like, oh, well, who cares why we did it? It was just like cool, like,
Yeah.
hoorah, like we did it. And like my whole deal was like, yeah, but didn't we kind of already like know that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you would have told us before, like, how long do you think it would take us to like snatch Venezuela's president or just do something? You know, if you asked everyone, they probably would have said like, oh, very quickly. Like, I don't think there's anyone out there who'd be like, oh yeah, we were gonna have a problem with Venezuela's
No,
defense.
I mean, and nobody in their right mind would doubt that that would happen. But it is cool to like it's on the record now. Like there's no disputing it. There's no
Well,
question about it.
It is.
And it is kind of a good
It's something to like show other countries. I get like
Yeah.
we kind of already knew that, and we've talked about it before on this podcast. Like there's not another military on this planet that is messing with the U.S. military. There's just not. There's
uh-uh.
just that's what we're good at.
There's
That's
nobody
actually our
that's
whole thing.
competitive.
It's actually our whole thing is our military and our defense budget and stuff. Like you're not touching it. So I think that's something that we expected, but it is nice to like
That's on the record.
whenever people from Britain are start like chirping off. It's like, hey, chill out.
We'll rob your we'll rob your leader too.
What's that king's name? What's the whatever his name is? Whatever that dork is, the king of England.
Charles?
I don't know.
Charles?
Who cares? We'll
I don't
snatch
know.
him up
Okay,
too.
okay.
No problem. It'll be easy. It'll take less than an hour and a half.
We
Like you
haven't
guys
cared
don't even
about-
have guns there. Like at least Venezuela had a bunch of Cubans surrounding the place. Like you guys got nothing but kitchen
Well,
knives.
they don't have them anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think the KD was like 87-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no U.S. casualties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the whole op, though, is that we used the JDAM to blow up Hugo Chavez's mausoleum.
I don't know how I feel about that. To be
that
honest,
is
with you.
$75,000 well spent. Dang it.
I mean, yeah. Who cares? But like,
I think the $75,000 to desecrate communist graves is funny.
it is funny.
It is. Funny.
It
That's
is-
all it is. It was literally just for fun.
I would personally like if it was it feels like a Trump ego thing, but also like I wouldn't like it if it was that. just because of my disdain that I've grown for Trump over the past year.
I
but
think
like,
it was a capitalism ego thing.
if it was like some like general was like, yeah, screw that guy, and they had extra JDAM, I'd be like, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's kind of weird.
I think it was literally just capitalism. It was like symbolizing capitalism dunking on communism was what it was. That's how I see it.
Are we sure that like Israel didn't want the bank to go in that exact spot? And
they would have had a really nice big building to make it out of, So
well, no, they got to have the contract to build the building and
Oh,
launder more
fair.
money through. So
yeah. That's a fair point.
It's like
And
it's
Dick
like
Cheney's not alive anymore, so he can't give it to his brother or whatever.
It's like if like Mr. Beast was president. Like today, we're gonna be dropping a $75,000 bomb.
Giving out free $75,000 JDAMs.
Can you imagine your president telling you to remember to like and subscribe?
And we will be there one day. Gen Z
Oh,
will
absolutely.
become president one day. Yeah.
We'll see it.
I don't. I hope it. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
So
Yeah, that's probably coming.
yeah, I think that's kind of about it for Venezuela. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
where it leads next, who knows? Honestly, we're gonna install somebody, and the people of Venezuela are gonna have to either deal with it, like it or not, or I don't know.
yeah, I guess like my whole thing with it was my first reaction to it was like, okay, obviously, because the whole story about like it being a narco state, it's like, okay, but it's not. Like it on DEA didn't even list it on like one of their top like threats. So like,
No.
I would honestly feel better about it if they just straight up were like, yeah, we want their oil. Like if Trump was like, hey, uh, Venezuela's got a lot of oil and they're talking crap, and I just snatched up the president and we're taking their oil now. I would feel way better about that than this narco state lie. It's just a lie.
The thing about it though is that if he were to say that, he would get the approval of literally nobody in government. And
who cares?
what
don't,
I'm saying is
no
that,
one
like,
approves of the government in general. Like, who cares?
I guess, but it at least gives him plausible deniability, especially on the international stage.
So that's what I mean. Like, how is that better than just being? Because the whole pitch of this presidency was transparency.
And
right?
We see how that's going.
Right.
You believe that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm calling out like, okay, yes, that's what they ran on, and that's what we all believed, or that's what we all were supposed to believe, right?
Yeah.
And like this whole transparency thing, like the Doge, all that stuff. It's like, okay, we're gonna be more transparent with the American people, which is what we've been begging for the longest time. That's what we all want. Okay. I would rather you straight up tell me we want the oil versus, oh, they were a narco terrorist state. When it's clearly not, like
Right.
it was. If it's not a threat, like don't lie to us, I just tell us it was for. We all know it's at least for the oil because we have it now. So why wouldn't you just say it?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. They just want an excuse to blow up like fishing boats.
But I did hear some interesting theories though about like this was kind of like not Mark Cuban. Who's the one guy that's
Marco Rubio
Marco Rubio? This was like his thing. Like his whole
brainchild.
Yeah. Like similar to how Hillary's whole thing was her what did she do? Was it Libya or something that she did a regime change in when Obama was president?
Yeah.
I don't know, somewhere.
I think it was Libya.
Whatever it was that was her thing when she was Secretary of Defense or whatever the frick she was. But yeah, this was like Marco Rubio's thing, and he's Cuban, so there's like a theory that Cuba is gonna also fall and revert from communism as well. And so that was like kind of his personal interest in doing this whole operation and pushing for it, was so he could
Cuba would be an interesting one.
say that he, you know, like got communism out of Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba would be an interesting one because it's so close to us and it's surrounded by basically a lot of other U.S. adjacent territories.
Now that
It's
one would
close to the U.S., but what is it, like 80, 90 miles from
that
the
one
U.S.?
would be easy and super sick to if we just took it. You know what I mean? And made it
Yeah.
kind of like
Like Puerto Rico.
like a Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I want those cigars, dude. Because then I would get on board. You know, like whatever.
Dude, yeah, if we could have Cuban cigars again, I'd be
Dude,
so down for
I'm
that.
down. Yeah, blow it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna send Delta in for cigars.
No, we're gonna do
Send
a
'em.
regime change
The cigars are a
for the
benefit.
cigar import.
For-
All right,
for the cigars.
they don't have
That's
oil,
just a
but they
side
have
effect.
cigars.
Yeah.
And put that on
Uh,
a t-shirt.
Yeah, dude, why not? So anyway, that was a few theories, but like, yeah, like you said, they probably will never outright say exactly what all went into it, and there's like some geopolitical stuff with like Russia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we have much bigger things to fix here.
I think there was like Russian warships watching the last tanker that we took like earlier this week. I think we took another oil not tanker, cargo ship. We took another cargo ship and I think there was like 2 Russian warships, like a sub or no, maybe it wasn't a sub, it was just 2 regular ships that were watching kind of the whole operation go down because the cargo ship was marked with Russian insignia and I think they just sat there and just watched it happen.
Oh,
That's so
dude,
funny.
did you hear like mod Zero memes put out something that was like apparently there was like Chinese officials there when the operation happened and like got caught in the crossfire or something like that. I don't know if they got they were in Venezuela.
Maduro's?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for like something. And they were like there.
They get schwacked?
It's something about them being in the crossfire. I don't know if they got schwacked or if they just were like skedaddled once.
That might become an international incident.
Well, how?
I don't know. China probably wouldn't take too kindly to that. And China's probably your only reasonable threat globally at this point. So,
Well, I would say well, they have our power grid, which is the biggest issue.
yeah,
Not the biggest issue in the country, but like that's their biggest
advantage.
over us.
Yeah.
They do have advantages. They could just shut down our power grid,
Right, but
which would not be good. I mean, we could fix it, I think,
yeah,
but
we need to build nuclear power.
we could fix it, but
We won't.
we won't because our government is completely incompetent and retarded. Speaking of being completely incompetent and retarded, let's get into what everyone probably showed up to this episode for. Yeah, I don't know. You've all seen this, but I mean, we've kind of known this for a long time, especially being like a neighboring state. Minnesota's on fire.
It's been on fire since.
It's been on fire for a while.
2020?
I would say before that.
Yeah, before that.
When did George Floyd die?
Well, it was before that. Like they had
I thought 2020 was when George Floyd situation happened.
well, yeah, I'm saying it was on fire before
Oh, right.
before the George Floyd thing.
Sure.
But yeah, you guys all pretty much have seen the news. If you have any form of social media, you know exactly what we're talking about. But if you don't, yeah, some do we call her a lady? Yeah, she was a lady.
It was a lady.
A woman got into a altercation with an ICE agent, and she accumulated some holes in her face.
So
So,
essentially, what happened was she came.
well, let's back up a little, okay? So, obviously, lady protesting gets in. We all know what happened. She got shot in the face by an ICE agent. You've all seen the video, okay? So, before this, though, Minnesota was in the news because they have a huge fraud issue in their state. And so this is kind of back to back here, where it's like Minnesota. I think the total, as far as I looked earlier today, and it's like of the $18 million since 2018, 18 billion,
Billion, yeah.
$18 billion that they've spent in. I forget what it was that they're spending the money on. It was like healthcare and aid and stuff like
Yeah.
that through their community.
Like childcare.
Yeah, roughly half of it is fraud. So $9 billion is the estimated number that has been fraudulently given out to.
Well, isn't it that it's like 9.2 is just missing? Like they have no idea where it went. So yes, fraud, but they just have no idea where $9.2 billion went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone knows where it went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no record of it. So
Right.
if so facto, I mean it's automatically fraud just from that right
Mhm.
there. And then on top of that, who knows how much of this stuff that is actually recorded is legit or not. But anyway, yeah, $9 billion since 2018. So that's what, 7 years?
Yeah.
And that's
9.
taxpayer dollars going to leering centers and other things, many such cases. But anyway, so
Fake Somalian daycares.
yeah, yeah, they have a myriad of issues there. So ICE is there. So ICE was there in response to this whole fraud thing coming out, correct? Right?
ICE has been there for a while just because of the mass amount of third worlders that live in Minneapolis.
Right.
The fraud thing is a different subject. I mean, ICE doesn't. I don't think ICE has jurisdiction over that.
Well, it's not that I guess I more or less I was kind of like, because a lot of that fraud stuff is like illegal Somalians.
Yes, they send suitcases full of millions of dollars back to their home country to fund terror organizations and stuff like that. But
Well, it's not even that. It's just they're here illegally and they're also getting aid from.
they're stealing aid from the state fraudulently, and sending it back home. That's what they're doing.
But yeah, I'm saying there's a however much portion of that are illegal Somalians.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of illegal Somalians there.
So is
for
that
sure.
that's
That's why
yes,
ICE is
that's
there.
why ICE is there. So
yes, for illegal Somalians, illegals in general.
So maybe they're not connected. It's just maybe
It's a coincidence that the illegals that are there that ICE is going after also are stealing billions of dollars from the
Is it a coincidence
Minnesota.
or is it just illegal Somalians fraud goes up in your city?
Yeah, well, I mean,
They're not maybe directly related.
pirates
but
gonna pirate, so
yeah, maybe not related, but anyway. So yes, ICE is there getting all the people that should not be here who absolutely hate you and your country and everything that you believe in. They're here stealing your money, and ICE is there trying to get them out. So there was a lady protesting, parked in the street.
she came from Missouri.
She came from Missouri.
Her and her wife left their 3 kids at home to go protest in Minneapolis from Missouri. They were there explicitly. I mean, the wife even said explicitly they were there to agitate. That's what they were there for.
Yeah, there's some reports about the wife that are not good. Okay, but we're gonna kind of structure this. So we're gonna break down the original video, the one that we've all been seeing for the past 2 days. But after that, we're gonna get into the fallout, and then we actually have a new point of view. It's the police cam came out today recently, so we're gonna break that down as well after we do some reactions to the fallout, and then kind of
Yeah, we'll kind of break it down as we learned of it.
yes,
kind
and
of.
we'll kind of do like give an overarching feelings on the end, but we are gonna we're gonna react to some of this stuff. So if you're listening, This is going to be another one of those episodes where it's going to be kind of rough. So it's going to be a lot of visual content. So if you are listening, consider, checking out the YouTube, giving us a subscribe there and comment there. So, yeah, let's get into it. This is when everything kind of started here.
Reset.
Here, we'll
So
try
this
it.
is like the first video that everybody saw. This is like the first one to come out.
Yep.
And I believe this is the wife recording this.
Yes.
Yes.
No, this is not, actually. We'll get into that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the wife is closer.
Okay. Oh, and I also forgot to say, okay.
Swear warning.
Yeah, there's going to be, there's going to be more, okay? This is just the first video. There's going to be more. So if you are sensitive to language, there's just going to be a lot of it in this episode. It is what it is. So, yeah, warning there. But, yeah, so officers get out, tell her to get out of the road, essentially, and then she says she's not going to. Whatever led up to this point where it's like, she's now being told to get out of the car because now she's under arrest, right? At this
Yeah.
point, when the federal officers show up around her vehicle, they get to a point where they tell her to get out of the car. So now she's being detained while she's in her car. And then she proceeds to not get out of the car and drive at one of the ICE agents, hits him. We're not going to debate that because that was the whole thing the first day. It was like she didn't even hit him. She clearly hits him. It couldn't be more obvious that she definitely makes contact. I don't care what direction the wheels were pointed. She hits him with her car as she's driving away. He pulls out his pistol, shoots her 3 times in the face. So, yeah.
So what the reason this is all happening is she was leading a caravan of cars to block ICE from being able to do their jobs. That's what she's here doing.
That's the whole reason why she's there.
Yeah.
Okay. And so she's parked sideways trying to block.
She is blocking ICE with her vehicle. That's the whole point of why she is there.
So how do people know where ICE is going?
There are people that they're like groups like Antifa and stuff like that. They have websites and groups that track where they're going. So people will say, "Oh, I can see them on my block today. They're here on this street." And then it'll put a pin on that location and people can see where all the pins are and show where ICE is doing operations so people can come and screw with them.
Right. Keep in mind, so this is the type of people we're talking about. This is, what day was this? This was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So she gets somehow notified that ICE is going to be driving around in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, and while she's in Missouri, and her wife decide that they're going to drive up there and mess with ICE in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And which is a crime to prevent federal agents from
Doing their job, yes.
doing their job.
Yes.
So she's already fully 100% into committing a crime.
Mhm.
So now she's at the point where she is caught. They're like, hey.
She's caught committing a crime, and that's why they asked her to step out.
Right.
She doesn't want to be arrested, so that's why she drives away.
And who knows what led up to the point to where the ICE agents are getting out of the car, because, like, I don't know, like, who knows what happens in between there, but at some point, ICE is like, all right, well, now this person is, impeding, like, actively impeding us from, they're trying to do this.
Yeah.
So she's already going to be arrested at that point before the, people even get out of the car. She's already going to be arrested. Like, she's not just, like, this isn't a traffic stop, okay? She's going to be arrested. She's committing a crime.
Mhm.
Agents get out, surround the car, and she decides that she's just going to drive away, and, like, that's just going to be okay.
She drives away because she didn't want to get arrested because she knew that what she was doing was illegal.
Right.
I can almost guarantee you that's why she was driving away, is because she didn't want to get arrested because she knew what she was doing was against the law.
Right. And this is all derived from, people who, grow up in safe places and, get their hands held at every
Well, what it is a
a lack of
inability
accountability.
inability to take accountability for your actions.
Right. So now she's realized, oh, this is going to be an inconvenience to my life if I have to go to jail now and be prosecuted for this. So I'm just going to drive away. And she looks, there's an officer in front of her car. She continues to drive and she pays the price for that. But
We
yeah,
have more camera angles of this.
we
yeah.
do have plenty. We're going to get plenty of reactions. So we should probably go to the next one. And this one's also interesting. So before we start this one, this is something that I saw pointed out because the whole thing on the internet was people saying, oh, well, her wheels were turned. And she wasn't she was trying to not hit the guy. And I saw other people saying like, oh, he shouldn't have been in front of the car because he was like baiting her.
Mm-hmm.
But we should all keep in mind at this point where this still shot is right now, she is being told that she has to get out of the car because she's under arrest. So she knows exactly that she cannot be driving away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Also keep in mind, if you know how any law enforcement works at all, if you make yourself a threat to them, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, part of the SOP. They have families, they have children too. If you are going to endanger their lives in any way, they're going to kill you, especially after you've already committed a crime, which is lady, check 1, check 2. And if you think that, a vehicle isn't a dangerous thing, it is actually listed as being a dangerous weapon. Like, so even if she drove at the guy and didn't hit him, and she didn't get shot, she would have been charged with that too, endangering an officer's life with a dangerous weapon. So at that point, she's already done multiple things wrong. But it was interesting. Someone pointed out that she's on ice right here.
Yeah.
So if you watch the clip slowly, when she slams on the accelerator,
The tires spin.
the tires are spinning. And he is like almost like directly making contact with the front of this vehicle. And the tires are spinning. So if she would have had traction there,
Mm-hmm.
she would have went right over the top of him
Oh, yeah.
at this point. So this is a slow-mo of this. So she's not getting out. She's backing up. Guys are in front. She slams the accelerator. Can you back that up, Luke? A little bit? Okay, so go back more. Notice when he takes his gun out. Because this is another thing that people
Right
say.
here. She is driving towards him.
Back it up
and
way
he pulls
more.
his gun out.
Go all the way to the beginning. So pay attention to when the wheels start spinning on the ice, where her wheels are at, and when he pulls out his gun.
Tires
They
spinning.
spin
Tires
right there,
spinning
and then
straight
he
at
pulls
him.
the gun.
Then the gun. So anyone saying that they were surrounding her car with their guns drawn, you're lying. You're just lying. This is caught.
He pulls his gun only after her tires start spinning as she accelerates towards him.
Yeah, like you said, if she had traction,
He was directly in front
yeah,
of the car.
he still
Oh, he
had
would've been
he
toast.
still had his gun in the holster after her wheels
We're spinning.
stopped spinning from that like she got traction. So like he would have had no time to respond.
And
If
yeah,
there wasn't ice there, he would have got ran over.
Yes. And luckily for this guy, there was ice there. I mean, there was ice there,
No
like
pun
the
intended.
agency, but there was also ice underneath this lady's car. But I would like to, at this point, all we know when this came out is that people are saying she wasn't trying to hit him. She was clearly trying to evade the situation because she was scared because guns were drawn. And we don't know, like, before today, we didn't know what this lady looked like when she was in the car at this point. We didn't know if she was like looking at this guy and she was just peeling out. She's just looking directly at the guy at her window and she's just peeling out, wasn't paying attention to the guy in front. We didn't know any of that context. Okay, but we'll get into what exactly was going on inside that car and around the car later towards the end. But I think clearly from this slow-mo, I didn't really think we needed to like this is pretty damning evidence right here. You know what I mean? Like this is caught in 4K. She's spinning her wheels out, pointed directly at the guy in front of her car. Now you can say, should he have been there? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. But as we'll see later on, he's not standing directly. It's not like he was just parked in front of the vehicle, just standing there trying to prevent her
Yeah,
from
he was trying to
leaving.
walk around the front
He
of the
was
car.
actually walking around the entire car, and she just happened to take off right when he was in front. But I'd also like to point out to people that there was way more space to her right to go more off to the right. So if you're trying to say that she wasn't trying to hit him and she was turned to the right, she could have backed up farther and gone out more away from that officer. You know what I mean? But she didn't. She backed up until he was in front and then hit the accelerator when he's in front of the car.
Right.
She could have backed up farther and been in a position where he was cleared of the front of the car and then taken off. And then he wouldn't have been in danger at that point. But he was right there when she went in reverse.
Yeah, she gassed it when he was directly in front of the car.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple things to remember is one, she was the aggressor in this situation. She started this situation.
Yep.
ICE, regardless if you agree with them or not, they were sent there lawfully to do their job.
Yeah.
You decided to put yourself in a situation to stop them from lawfully doing their job. So she became the aggressor. That is the context of this situation. People, it doesn't matter if you agree with them or not, they were lawful, doing their job, and she was the aggressor trying to stop that.
Yeah.
They go then to fulfill their duties as officers, tell her, get out of the vehicle. We got to handle this situation, and then she drives forward. He ends up having to use his weapon. But again, like, you can't just say, like, they found this random girl and decided to harass her. Like, she was harassing them.
Yeah, it wasn't like they're just out patrolling the area and like, oh, this person's being a hooligan, let's kill him. No, this person was seeking them out to be an aggressor. So she automatically put herself in that position. And then when she didn't want to deal with the consequences of that, she doubled down.
Right.
And I would like to point out to everyone, I don't care like who you are, what you're protesting, or what you're doing. If it's a traffic stop or of any kind, if you find yourself surrounded inside of a vehicle by federal agents, just don't drive or just do what they say. Like, I don't care how right you are if you did absolutely nothing wrong. If you pull up to a stop sign and federal agents, it says it right on their chest, federal agents, and they surround your car, just do what they say because you can fight the charges in court if you did nothing wrong. But you should know that federal agents will kill you. They do it all the time. They kill innocent people all the time. It's a thing that they do. So your best bet is to just not resist, and that's probably a good,
It's a good rule of thumb for all interactions with law enforcement. It's easier to fight the battle in court than on the street, is a common phrase. You're not going to win.
No.
If you're going to try to fight a cop on the street, it's not going to end well for you. You're going to get shot. You're going to get the crap kicked out of you. You're going to get bit by a dog. Whatever it happens to be, all of those things are a lot worse than showing up to a court date.
Yes. And
So,
even still,
even if you are in the right, which a lot of times people may be completely in the right and the cop might be way out of pocket.
and that's not out of the realm of possibility either.
No.
But you are not.
But it's infinitely easier to just fight it in court than dying or being severely injured or whatever.
Right. And especially, let's say hypothetically, the guy didn't pull a gun and shoot her. She's still getting way more charges slapped on her now that
She's getting attempted murder or at most probably attempted murder or assault with a deadly weapon.
right. At minimum, on top of her,
obstruction of justice or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. Jackson's got
Jax is-
barcolepsy over here. Jackson, you good, buddy?
He's sleeping and running in his sleep and
He's running from the
barking.
ATF. He started talking about federal agents and he got nightmares. It's okay, buddy.
Another thing too is like before you can like sit here and watch slow motion videos and just like throw out your opinion on what should have happened, like you got to put yourself in the dude's shoes. Like he has to make a split second decision. And I would say majority of the people that are criticizing him have never been in a situation where they have to make a decision in less than half a second. Like he had it was make the decision now.
Yeah.
And he made his decision. And,
Well, it's not
the
even
background
that.
for him too is he was hit by 2 Tren de Aragua gang members in Portland. I think it was Portland, like a few months previous to this. He
Right.
got
He had to
hit
get
and
stitches.
hospitalized.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is also a thing. Like, it doesn't even have to be federal agents. Like, you just go on the internet, Google, any cop shooting breakdown you want. Every single time a car is being driven at or hitting a police officer, they just start shooting. Okay, it happens every single time because that is putting their lives in danger. So
Look at the U-Haul truck at that like Navy base checkpoint in California a couple months ago. Where somebody tried to back up a U-Haul truck at like max speed into a police barricade and they got mag dumped.
right.
yeah, like it's gonna happen every single time. It as soon as because that's a extreme, escalation of force. Like you're putting their lives at risk. So yeah, you just have to know that and be aware of that. But everyone wants to paint this guy as like someone who just wanted to kill somebody. But you're not, factoring the fact that she made herself an aggressor. That was the whole point of her being there in the first place. She sought out that confrontation. So these people are walking into, we're just trying to do our job. And now we have to deal with someone who's actively here, who wants to cause problem with us, who sought us out, and they're sitting in a vehicle and they're not complying. So that is what they're walking into right now. And she escalates and she pays the price for it. So
Do we want to go to the next video now?
yeah, that was just the original video breaking it down, but I have some we're just going to do some reactions to the fallout of afterwards. So obviously riots start and stuff, but I don't know if you should hit play on this one. This one I forgot to blur out the chick because this video briefly shows her inside the vehicle. So actually, I just won't show it in the edit. I'll edit it out, but play it. The first 5 clips.
No, back up now. I'm a physician.
Hey, listen, we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my fucking neighbor. You caught butter in the fucking face. You killed my fucking neighbor. How do you show up to work every
Yeah, so the next 5 videos are just an illustration of why the worst. I know we have a lot of problems with like, certain demographics being imported to this country, but I think by far the worst demographic of people is white liberal women.
Oh, yeah.
They are insufferable human beings, and this is a perfect example of, obviously she's extremely
Animated.
and stressed because she just witnessed real life consequences of being a retard. And she doesn't like that. But she's losing her mind on agents.
Trying to secure a perimeter.
Yes. And telling her that EMS is on the way. By the way, she zooms in on the aftermath, and if you couldn't tell, I mean, you go look up this video, but EMS isn't going to do jack squat when they show up because she is very, very dead at that point.
Yeah, the airbag after she, unconsciously mashed the gas after she got hit, smoked into the back of a car a few, dozen feet down the road. Airbags go off, and the whole airbag is covered in blood. So, if that's any indication of where she got hit,
Oh, dude, that's got to be a disaster. Like like head wounds already are like super messy as it is, and then imagine just
yeah,
airbag
airbag.
after that. Oh, dude, that's a mess. But anyway, losing her mind, like asking where EMS is, and they're like, they're already coming.
Yeah, EMS isn't doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
They're just there for the stretcher and the black bag.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Also,
get.
that guy was yelling like, "I'm a physician." Like that's great, but do you have like a med bag with you? Do you have all your equipment? Like,
He was asking if he could check a pulse.
yeah, it's like
I would have been like, hey, dude, you don't think we're capable of that? Like, I'm pretty sure someone already did that.
I get it. You
That
want to
too.
help, but you're not gonna do anything, and especially in a situation like this.
Yeah, like, what is
why
that
would-
guy
why
gonna
would
do?
You wanna, yeah, why would you want to go in there?
Yeah, I mean, if he is a physician, he's clearly not a very good one because I don't know if you could look inside that vehicle and, be like, hey, I'm a doctor. Maybe I can fix it. No, you're an idiot, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you never know. Like,
Yeah, you
who
never
knows?
know.
Like they're amped up. They're not thinking super critically. You never know. He could have actually thought like, well, maybe there's a chance, kind of thing.
The thing
who
that they're not considering though is that like these guys don't care if you're a physician, bro. Their job after an incident is to secure the scene for EMS. And if there are unauthorized people in that scene, EMS will not get out of the ambulance.
Is that part
Right.
of their training? Like, I'm pretty sure that's got to be a part of their training where, like, they're supposed to give aid. Like, they're trained to give aid after while EMS is showing up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably.
I would imagine.
I think that's how it is for police officers, so I can't imagine it's too
Right.
different.
I can't imagine that there's any law. At least I would hope that they're at least trained to medically give basic aid if there's, a chance of keeping someone alive, that they'd be able to handle that. Someone would be trained in that to be doing that already. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, so if these guys are not doing anything, they are clearly under the impression that there is nothing to be done.
they probably already checked for a pulse. You know what I mean? Yeah, just more idiots. But we're gonna get into more insufferable white liberal ladies right now. So
My
I gotta.
ears can't handle it.
Oh, TikTok.
I'm far enough away. I'm not influencing anything.
Do you live on this street?
I
now?
don't. No.
Okay, I need you to get near.
No, I won't. Ma'am, I need you to leave.
It's my right to be here.
You're-
Back up out of the
I
way.
will
Right,
not.
this is one of our cars as well. You were too
Yep,
close right now.
you're
You were
too close.
interfering.
I'm right here.
Federal
You're going to
investigation.
get out of my face.
You need
I'm
to
a
back
public
up over
citizen.
here.
No, I won't. Tell me
You need
why
to
I'm
back up
far
this
enough
way.
away from your
You need to
investigation.
back up this way.
Step beyond our cars.
Ma'am,
Don't
we
touch
have-
me,
ma'am,
please.
we have someone
Similar
else. Where's
situation
your car?
here.
Right here.
Where's
You
your
need to go
car?
all the way
Oh,
this
that's
way.
great.
Ma'am, you need
going.
to go all the
That's
way
great.
this way.
Sure. Beyond your cars, 20 feet, right?
See that white car?
I have a 6-year-old right here. I have a 6-year-old right here in my car.
Child in the car?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
child
sure did.
endangerment.
Yes,
Yeah.
child endangerment.
Get your child off of the scene. This is an active police scene.
It's an
This is
active
all on
police
camera
scene.
right now too. Right here.
Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm very glad
Get
for
your
it.
child out of here. You
I
are
can
an
be right
active
here.
police scene.
I'm happy right here.
Ma'am, listen to me. You have the right to videotape. Okay?
I do. Thank you,
Hang on,
sir.
you listen to me right now.
I'm going to listen.
But we have someone that's being detained right here. Okay.
Mhm.
You have a.
Tell
child
me
in the
where
front
you need
seat.
me to go
Hang on,
exactly.
I need you to stay. Do me a favor.
Yeah,
in the
I
front
will.
seat with no car seat. Okay. Do me a favor. You can videotape all you like, but
Sure.
you have to stay. You cannot come past that driveway.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you. Stay at your car though. Okay.
Thank
You're
you.
more than welcome to videotape.
Thank you,
Okay?
sir.
But do me a favor. By state law, we're policemen too. That child is supposed to be in a booster seat. He's not of age.
Oh.
So make sure you put him in a booster
Great.
seat because I'd hate to give you a ticket.
You can give me a ticket. I'd love it.
Okay, so similar situation, very, very similar situation, and it's a decent like polarization or comparison because we just watched a video where a woman abandons her children, okay, to go be some superhero in their minds and mess with federal agents that are just doing their job. So she's going out of her way to mess with federal agents over while abandoning her child at the same time. So she's leaving her 6-year-old child in the front seat of her car with no booster seat to go and record federal agents doing something and harass them. Luckily, in this instance, she does everything that they tell her to do, and there's no escalation,
I think the only
and
reason
she
that-
drives off without a ticket. So this is a very, very, similar situation, different outcomes.
Yeah, I think the only reason that she kind of considered her child was because she was told to consider her child. That female officer was like, "What is wrong with you? You're bringing your child, your 6-year-old child, to a police scene? What are you doing?"
It
It's-
seemed like she tried to use her child as a shield.
It
It's
was
like,
yeah,
hey, don't
exactly.
touch me. I have a child right here.
Exactly.
And they're like, are you kidding me? What are you doing?
yes, exactly.
It's your job to protect the child. Get him away from where all this guns and tension is.
It's
Yeah.
it's worse, and it's a look into the window of how these people think. Is not only did she abandon her child, but she used her child as a shield to get her out of a situation that she put herself and her child in. So not only you're just act for what? To harass federal agents.
Pride.
Pride. For who? Like, who are you trying to impress? What are you trying to do here? You're telling me that you're harassing federal agents is more important than your child?
Let me post this on TikTok. Hey, look at me. I went right up to those agents and I told them that they shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Please
That's
like
all
my
it is.
video.
It's
Yeah, it's-
literally just clout for their friend group.
Right.
Yeah, look how mean these ICE agents are. Meanwhile, they're telling her, "Hey, you should probably protect your kid, and you're also doing something illegal. And I'm telling you to do something to protect your child. There's obviously, things going on back here that we're dealing with right now, but you should protect your kid."
Those
And
agents,
she's throwing a fit about it as she's driving away.
those agents handled that perfectly. They dunked on her for being a garbage parent, and she walked away. She did the walk of shame back to her car, and now she looks like an absolute garbage human.
Well, luckily, she got away. Like, she didn't escalate, and she walked away with her life, and her children aren't motherless now. So that is good. I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
That being said, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay.
Why don't we just go to the next?
No,
one?
hold on. I had something.
He's getting it back. The train's coming back.
Now you completely derailed it. Okay, so what was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying?
What did I say before? What was the last thing?
I don't know. It's gone too
You're
far off
happy.
the
You're
rails.
happy that her children's are not motherless now. Like, it's a good thing.
Okay. All right. All right. I did lose it. It's gone. It's completely gone. Yep. It's totally gone. Yeah, I'm happy it's good for her and it's good for her kid that she didn't die. Oh, yes, I got it. If you find yourself recording this video and you get dunked on that hard about how big of a piece of garbage scum you are, don't post it on the internet.
Because now you're just gonna get mocked,
Now-
not only by like a handful of ICE agents, you're gonna get mocked by the entire internet.
Yeah, now not only do these agents know that you're a piece of crap, now everyone else in the entire world knows that you are the worst mother on planet Earth. Maybe not the worst, but you are a horrible mother and you are a retard. So, yeah, if you record a video like this, don't post it because now all of us know how stupid you are.
Now 3 retards on a Z-list podcast are mocking you and clowning on you.
Yeah. Other retards are
Clown.
making fun of you. If you find yourself in a situation where
You are getting
these
mocked.
3 retards are making fun of you, you are in a rough position.
Yeah, you're in a rough spot.
Yeah, I'm glad I found that. Wow, I almost lost it. All right, now we can go to the
Next
next one. Okay,
video
this
that
is-
went crazy. This
It's
Nick
Tim Walls'
Shirley video.
daughter.
It seems to just change the whole
Yeah.
everything on there. Have you seen it?
I have not like watched the whole thing. I've
Yeah.
seen clips of it and whatnot. I think they're like trying to make this man into Charlie Kirk or something.
Yeah.
And I think, right wing media ecosystems and people just
Yeah.
really like that sort of, content in media.
Yeah.
And like, it's the whole like anti-vax thing and just, they're not going to believe anybody except the least qualified people, it seems. And so like he fit the bill there, I think.
Okay.
All right.
So retarded whore and faggot are trying to talk words to each other and none of them make sense is what I get.
Yeah,
from that
so this
clip.
is Tim Walls' daughter, okay? And this doesn't directly relate to the shooting, but it does relate to the fact that she's talking about she's talking about the whole fraud thing.
Mm.
And she's complaining about how someone is investigating it, and she's like, "Oh, they're just trying to make the kid Charlie Kirk because he
Oh.
investigated fraud."
Yeah, Nick Shirley.
Yeah.
Because her dad threatened to use the state of Minnesota to sue him if he continued what he was doing.
Right. So not only did she not even watch the video, that which I don't blame her because it was just a video like showing how big of a idiot her dad is. So I understand that, but she went ahead and said, "Oh, they're just trying to make him Charlie Kirk," so I didn't even watch it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you didn't watch it, shut up. Why are you talking about it?
right? No, it's not even that. She doubles and triples down, saying more incredibly stupid stuff as she goes. Like she didn't watch it. She didn't watch it, but she knows that they're trying to make him Charlie Kirk. And these right wing crazies, they're like anti-vaxxers and they only listen to unqualified people. Meanwhile, we've already had news for a long time that the anti-vaxxers have been right the whole time about everything. Like the CDC, the people that you guys worship for so long, were wrong, and they admitted that they were wrong a long time ago. But here you are tripling down on this as it's some kind of like win or some kind of like superior talking point. No, you just are as much of an idiot as your dad is. So I guess the Walls family wasn't embarrassed enough, so they had the daughter go out and just embarrass the family more. So like,
Yeah, well, her dad does not like being called the word retard, so I'm gonna call his daughter retard on
yeah,
his behalf.
looks like it runs in the family.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all retarded.
Yeah. Okay. So next insufferable white woman Here we go. This is a reaction to. Here, restart it, Luke. This is a woman reacting to being interviewed about her reaction to the whole situation.
A reaction to
The
her
shooting.
reaction?
This is at like after the shooting.
Oh, an
She's
interview
reacting
of
to the
her
shooting.
being there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she was there or showed up here or what, but
Okay.
So I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like where that stems from. Like I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here? Or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work like 2 miles from here, so driving by, it was like I'm here. I'm 2 miles. I can stop.
did she say 2 hours or 2 houses?
I think she said 2 miles.
Yeah, I think she said.
Oh,
Wow, that was cool. Thank you very much, insufferable white woman number 9,000,006.
yeah. I
You're
mean,
terrible and awful, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And
No, it just doesn't make sense. Her whole thing, it just collapses on itself. Because she's trying to virtue signal, like,
instantly.
I am a white woman and my tears aren't helpful here. And like she's putting herself in a spotlight to say that she shouldn't be in a spotlight.
Yeah.
And it's like your whole thing just crumbled on itself.
it was
if you
like
actually cared, you would not be doing this
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
if-
You don't care.
it immediately went downhill. Like she's there, stopped from going to work to get out of her car and cry, agrees to get interviewed, and then on that interview says, "Oh, it just feels weird. I shouldn't be crying because I'm white and I'm so privileged and I shouldn't be here."
It's like you should have kept on driving.
Yeah, well,
if you,
maybe you
actually
should have
felt like that.
just kept on going to work, lady. And this is the whole. None of these people have jobs.
No.
Real jobs, anyway, or ones that like are okay if you just drive 2 states to mess with people or stop.
Well, they don't contribute to society in any meaningful way.
No, they actively make it decline.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, the lady who was shot was a poet who wrote anti-Christian poems. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of the screenshots of some of her poetry, but it was mocking Christianity and stuff like that.
Well.
Just garbage slop, which, whatever.
well,
Reapeth what you sow, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah, this lady's insufferable and cringe and annoying, and I hope she feels shame every time she looks in the mirror.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You got to be better. You just got to be better. I don't wish anyone ill will, but I think it's pretty valid to point out when you're being insufferable piece of crap retard. So that's what we're doing here.
The thing is, like, what she's saying was, like, crap, but also, like, she doesn't even believe the crap that she's saying. Because if she truly believed it, she would have just said, no, don't interview me. I'm, like, this doesn't concern me. This
Yeah.
has been going on. Interview a brown or black person. Like,
Yeah.
But she didn't. She
There was
chose
one that
to-
walk. There's one.
Right,
There's a black
yeah.
guy that walks by during this interview.
Yeah, right. But she wanted to keep the attention on herself to tell her that she shouldn't have
Yeah,
the
it makes
attention.
her even worse because she doesn't even believe what she's
No,
saying.
she
Right.
doesn't. No.
Yeah. Moron. Yes. Okay. So right now we have the picture of on the left. This is the media, what they posted, trying to further escalate the violence in the city, trying to paint, law enforcement as look how bad these guys are, and they post this picture of a guy being afraid, a black man being afraid of this guy who's got a, was that 37 millimeter
Yeah, probably.
launcher pointed directly at this dude's face hole.
Yeah, it's
And-
right at his collarbone, basically.
Yeah, but he ends up taking it where his face hole should have been. And we'll watch the actual video here now, but
I want that picture to be my new lock screen. That's so good.
they posted this trying to be like, oh, look how fearful these people are. But really, this guy is in a similar situation to where he's about to find out what the consequences of his actions were. So go ahead and rip that video.
So
he-
what happened there is that man grabbed that guy's M203 or whatever the heck he had there, and he got a mouthful of CS gas from a launcher into all of his sinuses.
Yeah, so he,
Yeah.
well, you can hear the mob. They're harassing these people, and they're harassing the officers here, and they're screaming at them, kill someone else, kill someone else. Meanwhile, this guy goes to grab this officer's weapon.
You can see it right there.
He's grabbing at this weapon, which is a big no-no, and he eats a face full of CS gas, and they're
Or
losing
CS powder. Yeah.
CS powder. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious, but like the people in the mob here, these are not good people. They're not, this is not a peaceful protest. These people are trying to get, they're trying to get reactions out of the officers, and then so they can freak out more about.
Well, all this is it's a stunt for the cameras. I mean, there are professional camera crews that follow these groups around so that they can get pictures like that on the left, so that they could post it to the media and try to.
Are they
Put a-
engagement hacking?
Well, yeah, that is definition engagement hacking. But yes, they actually have professional camera crews that follow these groups around that are instigating the feds to invoke a reaction to get pictures like this so that they can blast them on social media and the news and stuff like that
It really is
and
that.
drive chaos, basically, is all it is.
Yeah, it's a goal to create more chaos. That's all they want. Is they just want chaos. Is the people that are behind this stuff is like the media, the retards that believe everything that the media tells them. Like all they want is more chaos.
Well, that guy drank a whole lot more than Kool-Aid that day.
He got his chicken seasoned for sure.
Washed it with that Dawn dish soap.
Dude, that's yeah. All right.
Yeah,
next
go to the
one.
next one.
Yeah. All right. This is I think this is Portland, but this is just a riot. But we're about to enter the tiny hats section of videos.
Real raggy. Aww.
Cue the music.
It's always them, isn't it? I love how they're chanting "Shame on you" as if anybody gives a crap.
Yeah.
You're really mad at me, but I listened anyway.
Oh,
That's a
shocker.
dude!
What?
Yeah. No.
That's a dude?
That was the point of the.
That's a guy.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a 67-year-old woman,
Yeah.
but it's just an ugly dude.
Well.
No.
Not all Jews are trannies, but all trannies are Jews.
I don't know if I can get 100% behind that statement, but they are. I mean, the agenda is a whole different combo.
What's that SpongeBob quote?
They've been pushing that agenda since when, like
The
around
20s or 30s.
30s,
yeah.
40s. Yeah.
Well, that's
Someone
what
had an issue with
that's
that.
what
in the
Big
40s.
H had an issue with.
I don't.
That's what was going on.
I'm forgetting the guy's name, but something happened in the 40s where someone had an issue with that. Now that we will never be on the internet ever again, let's go to the next video of the tiny hat section. Okay, so this
Brian
guy.
Krasenstein, this guy's so insufferable.
Speaking of engagement hacking or engagement farming, this little weasel, Krasenstein, has doxed the officer in the shooting. Okay. I specifically found a post. This one is from this is one I just found on X. I came across it, but shout out Defiant Outlaw. Okay, he had a picture where he blacked out the name of the officer, but he still showed up the tweet from this insufferable prick who doxed this agent. And why that's an issue, and everyone who is losing their minds about officers being in masks, like that's a big contention point for these people. Is like, oh, they're all in masks. Well, they have to be in masks because they are deporting cartel members out of the country, and this is something that people don't think about. Like, yes, they're wearing masks, but they have always worn masks because they are deporting cartel members, and one of the MOs of the cartel is they'll kill your family in a brutal, awful way. So this scumbag, Brian Krasenstein, doxes him anyway, and then
says stay peaceful, which is a clear innuendo to murder this guy.
yeah. So this guy, for the record, this guy knows exactly what he's doing, and
Oh yeah.
if you go and read the comments, all the comments are just, oh, you're a piece of crap. So like on a scale of, but he knew that before he put the post out. So he knew he was going to get a bunch of engagement, which is all this is he's just trying to get a bunch of engagement on a post.
Yeah.
So his engagement or money or whatever he gets for getting engagement was more important than a family's life or a group of, like, he put this dude, if he has children, he puts children's lives at risk over, his financial benefit, or under his financial benefit, I should say. So that also tracks because I'm pretty sure this dude got in trouble for like something related to children. But he's clearly, I mean, if you look at the last name, you can imagine exactly what type of things he was probably doing to children. And then he also got doxxed, and now he's crying about it on X everywhere. So
I love it when the little cows milk themselves. It's so good.
But this is just, watch out for this type of stuff because, I mean, obviously we're doing it right now, but like the more attention you give idiots like this, like the more they're going to do it. Like he's not going to stop doing stuff like this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, pause it. So the backstory for this is like, okay, so like I don't know what is happening, but like this is, I don't know. This made me like have some like questions going back to the ICE agent stuff. So go ahead and play it.
Oh shit,
Oh.
he's got his gun. He pulled out his fucking gun.
Wow.
I didn't like that.
No,
I didn't like that either.
I do not think that was justified.
No. I think Yeah, this is doing the opposite of helping. Actually, this
Yeah.
is really
That
really dumb.
was that was not cool. No, I don't know what that guy said to him,
Uh,
but nothing. I mean, unless he like straight up said, "I have a gun and I'm gonna shoot you in the head with it," should he have pulled that gun?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
the media
even
wants a picture. That's one right there.
yeah. I mean,
Yikes.
this is giving.
Yikes.
Yeah, that is giving ammo to these people on a silver platter.
Yeah, this is not good. This is okay. So
This
for
is-
anyone who wants to say we're bootlickers here, we are gonna criticize the agents in this situation where it is justified. I don't think this is not right.
It's
Unless
possible that thing was a 322. He was playing. He was rolling the dice with that man's life.
well, maybe he follows 6 rules and he doesn't actually have one chambered. But who knows who knows what's going on, from his point of view either. But the fact that he doesn't use it and he points and then he holsters it and then starts like pointing at the guy and starts like talking, like imagine he's talking crap to this guy, like that's really not okay. I think if you're
No, that was scummy, and I hope that his supervisor really looks into what the heck happened there and punishes him accordingly. Because, yeah, that's not cool.
right.
at
If
all.
he's pulling his gun like that on someone who's just saying stuff to him, I don't even care if he said that he had a gun he was going to shoot, unless you see one. Like as a law enforcement officer, I don't think you should be drawing your gun unless you have to use it. You know what I mean? Like that, especially at a protest or a riot like this. Like that is just gonna start stuff.
That is asking for a serious situation.
You're putting your
You're putting your buddies at risk too.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You're putting your fellow law enforcement officers at risk as well. Yeah.
Not cool. Next. Protester.
Yeah. So this is a video. Just this is something that people have to look out for. Luckily, the people in this protest are like they're they just got done with dealing with this in Minneapolis before, but it's essentially like this dude is a Fed burning a flag and gets caught, and these people are calling him out.
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
Yeah. Why would you run off? Why would you run off? That's weird, to burn a flag and run off. That doesn't make sense. That's not a protest.
Why are you not back there at the protest? We got everybody riled up. You came here to do what? You a boogaloo boy? An accelerationist? What are you doing here? Where's your car? Where you from? Why are you here?
Yeah, we know. We remember George Floyd, so we know you guys are around.
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
Yeah.
I think it was.
He doesn't even know where the fuck he is. He doesn't even know where his fucking car is.
Good for them for calling that out, because I actually saw some videos today, some more videos releasing from January 6th of feds instigating breaking windows and stuff like that, and the people at January 6th also doing the same thing. It's good to see both sides calling out the feds for who they are. I mean, because they're right. There are a lot of feds that will infiltrate these groups to incite riots, violence, whatever have you.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
Yeah, this is something that you do have to be aware of, because like it does happen. Like these people said, it happened at the George Floyd stuff. Like we saw videos of people just receiving pallets of bricks from who knows who. And January 6th, obviously there was like how many feds there?
247.
There was 247 federal agents pretending to be Trump supporters at that as well. So good on these people for being like, hey, yeah, that's messed up to do that type of stuff. So yeah, keep your head on a swivel for this type. And I also love how they just make themselves so obvious.
It is. They make it so obvious.
And it's the only reason why I push back on like some of the deep conspiracy theories. Like I'm sure there's probably one already out there that's like saying like the Minneapolis shooting was fake, or like George Floyd was like a not even a real person or something. Like there's something coming out, and it's like there's gonna be something. There's gonna be that deep stuff, and it's like you can easily point to this type of stuff. It's like no, they're not really that good of actors. You know what I mean? Like they make themselves pretty obvious pretty quickly.
No, I mean, I saw a video earlier from January 6th where there was a guy full black block, like black hoodie, black mask, black pants, like everything completely blacked out. And he broke one of the windows at the Capitol. And all the guys are like, dude, we know who you are. We don't dress like that.
Eric?
What's that?
Eric? There's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, so they make themselves pretty easy to spot if you're aware of what to look for.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
they, even the way the guy's walking, like, until federal agents start, like, you know, like doing meth before they start doing this, like, they're going to have a tough time because they just, the way they walk, like, they can dress however they want. It's just the way that, like, you just look like a fed.
Well,
It's hilarious.
the thing about this too is that another giveaway is he's not talking to those guys or trying to justify or
He's saying
come up with
nothing.
an excuse. He is quiet. So he knows that he's caught and he is just shut up, get away, don't say anything.
That's probably
mode.
the standard, you know, operating procedure. If you
Right.
get caught, don't say anything, stand in the corner and wait for the car to come pick you up.
Yeah. Because if this was an actual person who actually believed in burning that flag and causing a scene, he would be like, "Nah, man, I'm on your side. Like, I'm really mad at this American flag." you know.
Yeah.
He'd try to come up with a justification for it wherever and try to convince himself he's one of the guys. So
Yeah, and that's something I think is important that everyone on all sides kind of, you know, agrees upon. Like,
watch out for feds.
watch out for feds for sure. And, like, we shouldn't lose the American ideals or the idea of America in, like, what the current government is right now. Like, I know we have a lot of problems, but we should never lose that because we're still the best country that has ever existed, ever. So we should try to hold on to that.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
yeah, we got some more
Yeah.
idiots to cover. This guy's not an idiot, but he kind of almost is. You know what I mean?
So this guy, Benjamin Rubenstein, posts, Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die. George Floyd didn't deserve to die. Ashley Babbitt didn't deserve to die. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I'm not gonna try either, but it's the girl that got stabbed on the train.
Yeah, the Ukrainian girl that was stabbed on the train. I won't scuff her name so that I don't sound disrespectful. And then Renee Good didn't deserve to die. Why is this so hard for people to understand? This is like the ultimate centrist take, and it's almost
Well, there's an issue with this list. You know what I mean?
elaborate.
The problem is that, well, yes, it is sad that all these people on this list died.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad. Like, no one wants people to die. I mean, if you're not a psychopath, no one wants to see, like, you know, average American people die. 3 on this list are, you know, people that are on the right that, you know, talk about all the time. And then there's 2 on this list that the left loves to, you know, talk about. And
George Floyd died on his own
Quite-
accord. He died from his own hand.
quite, you know, I don't know, ironically here, the ones that the left is all fired up about, okay, George Floyd, he killed himself
With fentanyl.
with fentanyl. And then this Renee Good,
Died trying to run over a Fed.
she died because she not that she deserved to die, but like she also kind of killed herself in a way, you know?
Yeah, it was
It's
a set of circumstances that led to her death that was unfortunate, but
the other 3 were just outright murdered.
yeah, they were straight up murdered.
There's 3 murders, and coincidentally, those are the ones that we care about, and the only 2 that the left cares about.
People that kind of die by their own hand, essentially.
Yeah.
Because of their own poor decision making.
Yeah, I'm not wishing, death on George Floyd or
No,
in this.
this
that's
is
not
that's
what
not
this,
saying I think that they should have died or that oh well, whatever.
Like, it is
yeah,
sad
it's
that they died.
people died.
It's sad that
She
they
had
died.
3
but-
children and a family that loved her. George Floyd had children and family that loved him.
But they
We don't want them to die.
they chose that for themselves.
Yeah.
They made decisions that not necessarily they chose like they literally, killed themselves, but they made some very bad decisions that ultimately led to their death.
Yeah.
Where the other 3 were just straight up murder. Like, you cannot put the woman that got stabbed on the train in this even remotely to the same category as this lady who was in Minnesota driving her car at a federal agent. Like, those are 2 completely different things.
We get the Steins again.
Yeah,
It's always them. Anyway, next one.
But let's not forget the wages of sin are death. So this word deserve is very interesting.
Actually, we
because-
all deserve to die, yeah.
Right. The only place that is fair is hell. And the only place that is unfair completely is heaven.
Right.
None of us deserve to go to heaven.
It's actually funny because this guy, you can look at his last name and he's not going to believe that statement whatsoever.
Right. So, like, if we're talking about, like, what we deserve and what we don't deserve, none of us, I don't care how good you think you are, I don't care how bad you think you are, none of us have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, in a social sense of everything, yes. I mean, yeah, it's sad that people die, but it's also ironic to just like throw a couple people in there that also made decisions on their own accord that led to their own death. you know?
Right.
Next one.
Okay.
Gosh,
Okay.
this lady.
Okay.
This lady is the lack of self-awareness. In this
We're
clip
we're
is
gonna
great.
we're gonna rip her apart. I'll let you guys rip her apart. We'll just play the video. This is a Philadelphia. What is she? The chief?
She's like the police commissioner of.
She's a DEI hire. But she got the podium. So
Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Kraftner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made up fake wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
Okay. So there's actually so much stupid and just not even correct things in this whole statement that I kind of want to back it up and just break it down in real time, like statement by statement. Like pause after every statement and just point out every single time she just outright lies. But I also would like to catch her name real quick, just so you guys, just remember her name and just know that she's in charge of something in Philadelphia, and someone gave this moron a badge. But let's rip her apart in real time here.
Good afternoon.
Pause.
I'm Rochelle Bilal.
It's a bad afternoon. All right, you can play again. All right, sorry.
Okay, I gotta reset.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia.
I don't know what her name is, and I don't know where she's serving. Does anybody speak She's
a sheriff. She's a sheriff. She's a
Sheriff?
sheriff of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Okay.
Man. Don't you need a college degree to become a law enforcement officer? How did any college let
No,
her
you
get a
don't. You
degree?
just have to be born a certain way.
I just want to hear that again.
I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia.
Yeah, sorry.
City and county. That's all.
She
I got.
slurs worse than you, dude.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry for trying to get you guys to try to remember her name. I have no idea what it is.
I don't know what she said.
You're gonna have
it
to
was
Google
Rochelle. Blah 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 blah.
I have no idea what it is. Yeah, sorry about that. I thoroughly apologize for trying to make you guys focus on that.
She actually sounded like she had a stroke there.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, but the dialect continued throughout the entire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that it doesn't disqualify her as an individual per se, but yeah, we don't need to clown on that. Let's break down the actual facts of the stuff that she's saying.
And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're
You can
here
hit
today.
pause now. These people are in a cult.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's literally cult
When
programming.
I was watching, I was like, "Is this a cult?"
It
seems like a cult.
It's more. What's the phrase? Like
It's just programming. I mean, it's like repeat after me until it is ingrained into your brain.
Yeah, it's just like this social moral superiority posturing bullcrap is what it is. Like, it's the same thing with the George Floyd thing. Like, say his name, or like any time a basketball American gets shot, they say their name. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna whatever. We'll blow past that one. I won't go too deep on that.
Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack
Pause.
citizens of the United States.
The fake made up law enforcement.
It's about
she should not be calling anybody fake law enforcement. This is the pot calling the kettle black if I ever seen it.
Yeah, we actually don't even know if she's a real police officer of any kind. I don't know if a sheriff is actually
a sheriff.
I don't know if
of
I don't know-
Pennsylvania.
No,
they're Pennsylvania.
It was Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Whatever. Philadelphia.
Yeah. That's
Well, it is Pennsylvania. Yeah, but I don't know if I've never heard of a sheriff's office.
Sheriff.
Of sheriff's office,
Sheriff.
I don't know if they have any like legal I don't know, jurisdiction over anything. I don't know if
Imagine getting a knock on the door and it was just like sheriff's office. Be like, excuse me? Sheriff's office. I don't know who that is.
It's Osif.
Sheriff's office. I'm gonna kick in your door and shoot your dog. Well, I heard that.
Hey, that's not local police departments
No.
every time. That's a different federal agency's MO.
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't technically every
That's
law
the FAT.
enforcement agency be made up?
Everything's made up
Right.
if you think about it.
It's a made up department. No, yeah. I mean,
If you really,
someone
really think about it,
came
it
up
is-
with it. Yeah.
yeah, someone made it up.
I'm sure Philadelphia has a DEI office where they like import infinite blacks into white neighborhoods to lower property values. That's a made up thing too. So
Yeah, the made up thing. And then she said in this statement that Trump made it up to kill citizens. Trump made up ICE to kill citizens.
immigration and customs enforcement.
She said U.S. citizens is what she said.
Also, the funny thing is that Donald Trump made up immigration enforcement. Donald Trump made that up.
Yeah.
We've only had immigration enforcement the past 1 year of the 250 years that this nation
Yeah,
has
no,
existed.
it was not.
Know who whoa. I just
Whoa, we're
rubbing off on
done,
me.
dude.
I
You're
was
done.
I was gonna say, does she not
Canceled.
know who Obama is?
The
Of course.
deporter in chief, dude.
Right.
Of course she knows who Obama is. Greatest president of all time.
Guess doesn't understand.
He was a
him well enough.
person.
Dude, yes. Okay.
I can't.
Yes. Okay. If you're a moron and believe anything that comes out of this lady's mouth, no, we've had ICE for a very, very long time, and it's actually, set up to not kill, but it's actually set up to take people who come here illegally that should not be here and send them back safely home.
That's the middle of the road position, is getting him out of here safely.
Well,
and giving him a chance to go back home.
A
A lot of these dudes.
That should be the goal. That should be the goal. These people, they should still be alive, but you guys got to go back because you're ruining everything.
I mean, I'm
don't
talking
gotta go
about like
home,
the
but you can't
dudes.
stay here.
Well, not everyone, but
I'm talking
I'm
about
saying
the
that
dudes that
should
are
be the goal.
trafficking children and
No.
trafficking drugs into this nation, that are killing people and raping our women. I say just
Yeah, I
put
don't.
them on a tree in
I
the
don't-
middle of town square.
I don't think ICE should cover those people. I think we should just be allowed as U.S. citizens to, just kill them when we find them.
Yeah.
We got to prove that they're guilty, and once we send like the evidence off to someone, we should be allowed to
Dude,
just.
we should have like.
I guarantee you, it'd stop real quick.
I would.
You throw a couple child traffickers into a wood chipper in town square, that'd probably be a good deterrent. You don't only have to do a couple of them.
Yeah. Out here in the Midwest, we got combines.
Yeah. No, those people aren't real, and I agree with that. But I'm saying overarching, the goal should be that these people who are not here and not doing violent crimes, you should have an opportunity to go back to your home. And, if you want to come back, you should do it the legal way and get vetted, all that stuff. That should be the goal. But yes, that's what it's for. So this lady continues to, almost everything that comes out of her mouth is not true. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just had my glasses are like squeezing the side of my head. The headset on. And I was getting a headache. I'm good. Yeah, this lady's retarded.
That was
We got so much
extremely dramatic response to I have a headache.
What?
It looked like your head was about to explode.
Yeah, it hurts.
Uh-oh.
What?
Got a head exploding gun somewhere?
They got him.
Uh-oh.
CIA is getting you through the camera, probably. Yeah, I mean, we're only like 3 statements in. Basically, everything that comes out of this lady's mouth is a total lie. So let's
Let's
keep
just move on.
Let's just keep going.
Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a
didn't.
mask. None. None.
Pause.
I mean, we already went over this. Why they have to wear masks.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, that's not a new thing.
No.
They have always had to do this, and like I said, it is for protecting their families' lives. It's not to protect their identity from their actions because they're going around killing U.S. citizens in the street. No, it's because they deport evil scumbags that traffic children that are in the cartel, and the cartel will brutally murder children in front of you. That's like part of their thing. So that's why they're wearing masks, and they have done that for a very long time. It's part of like the thing that they do. It's part of their job.
Yep.
They have to do that to protect their families. So yes, this is another lie. Again.
Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there.
What does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
She's trying to say that they're going to arrest federal agents if they're wearing a mask.
Shout out to Larry Krasner for telling this lady that he can actually arrest federal agents because he can't. So, again, we have another lie. So that's not happening.
Larry Krasner's like totally clowned on this lady. I think he fed her false information to make her look dumb.
He's just laughing in the back like, oh, she actually said it.
Yeah, he's like pointing. He's like,
I like how she pointed. He's probably off camera somewhere just like, no.
Yeah, he's probably doing like the dance in the background.
Dude, that would be so...
Why
dude,
is Larry Krasner doing Fortnite dances in the corner?
Dude, that would be the best bit of all time. That would be so good. All right, she says more stupid stuff.
Whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here.
What does
None of
that mean?
Here. Law enforcement.
The guy in the back looks like he's about to cry. Just realized that he's got the pouty lip, like he's like on the verge of crying.
He's like, this is so much worse than I expected it to be.
Me too, buddy. I'm about to cry too.
What was she saying though? We're not gonna whisk them away so they can hide your identity.
I think she was saying like if we arrest these federal agents with masks, we're going to take their mask off there and arrest them.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think she's saying like we're going to demask them right there where we arrest them. Not
to hide their identity. Okay,
not
so
put them in a car and whisk them away so that their identity stays hidden.
Okay, so not only are you going to
arrest them for being masked, you're also going to dox them.
Not only are you going to arrest a federal agent for doing their job that is completely legal and actually upholding the legal process of this country, you're going to stop them from doing that. You're going to then put their families in danger afterwards. Good. Really awesome.
Not shoot at moving vehicles.
Yeah, back that up. Back that up. This is the most important part of this whole thing, I think.
Vehicles.
Nope.
Not saying fleeing because she wasn't here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles.
They do all the time.
They actually do it every single time that a moving vehicle comes at them.
Do you know how many police videos I've seen of moving vehicles being shot?
It's actually the first thing that they do when a vehicle moves towards a police officer. That's actually they actually do it every single time.
Yeah.
Unless they're a really bad police officer, they actually do it all the time.
I'm sure probably half of the police body cams that I've seen involving a vehicle has been including shooting the vehicle. has included shooting the vehicle.
I have yet to see a video where a vehicle moves, someone's in a vehicle, drives it towards a officer of any kind, and doesn't get shot, actually. I don't think I've seen a video where they're like, yeah, no, it's good, dude. Yeah, you're fleeing. All right, we'll just write your license plate down. No, they just shoot you every single time.
You know what's funny is like in Philadelphia here, they've got like rules where the criminals, if they just put the car in gear, it's like touching like home base. Like when you're playing tag when you're a kid, it's like you just shift to drive and it's like the cops are just like, ah, all right, guys, pack her up. We're going home.
Yeah, dude, that is so funny. Oh, can't get me. Maybe they're just
put
like
it
in
park, put it in drive.
Just the slowest police chase ever. This whole statement feels like a skit from South Park.
Feels like a meth-induced haze is what this feels like.
I'm not saying fleeing because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles.
Hold on, pause. Yes, when I'm trying to move out of the way, I chirp my tires on the ground. I spin my tires when I'm just trying to move out of somebody's way. You know, like if I'm in a parking lot or whatever at Walmart and like somebody's trying to back out with their car, normally what I do is I burn my tires for them to get by.
Yes, I really like how she said she incriminated the whatever her name is, and then immediately
say her name.
Shoot. What is it, Renee? Whatever.
It's Renee Good, Bo.
Oh, sorry.
Say her name.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Renee Good. Sorry, my bad.
Renee Bad.
Time out. We may have something. Anyway, yeah, I like how she incriminates her. Instantly remembers that she is definitely, that's the one thing she's not allowed to do is incriminate her by saying that she was fleeing, and that was definitely told to her directly before she got up there.
Yeah.
Whatever you do not insinuate whatsoever that she was fleeing. And then she goes, yeah, cops don't shoot at fleeing vehicles. But she wasn't fleeing. She was just getting out of the way. Like, okay, pretty sure that whole incident was very clearly the cops told her to stop the vehicle and get out. Not, hey, move your car off to the side of the road so we can talk to you a little bit more. They were pretty clear when they were talking to her.
Right. She wasn't fleeing. She was just getting out of the way really fast.
Yeah.
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 Keep it going.
Invoking an action that is illegal. No.
Amen.
We don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
I love the background noises. Like they're like
I know that's right.
They're in a black church. Like,
yeah, this is like a Southern Black Baptist church. It's like,
yeah,
amen. It's just not here in Philadelphia.
I mean the whole front to back lies. Almost, I think it was every single thing that came out of her mouth was just a lie. Every single statement.
Pure copium.
And I love how she said, law enforcement isn't supposed, they don't stand in front of vehicles. And from the video, at no point was he just standing in front of the vehicle. He was moving the whole time, as we'll get into. But the next video is my favorite video that I found over the last couple of days. And this is before we're going to break down today's evidence. But yes, go ahead and play it. It's my favorite thing ever.
I watched the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is gonna say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran at her car holding on to their guns, and then they shot her when she tried to drive away. She wasn't trying to ram anyone. She was trying to get away from a dangerous situation, and now she's fucking dead. If you are okay with the fact that they're gunning people down in the streets, in the suburbs of Minneapolis, then you're not a freedom fighter. You're a fucking Nazi. Leave my country. Leave my state.
Sir, calm down.
I was about to say, sir,
Sir, it's all right.
Sir, your Adam's apple is showing.
It's a whole lot of testosterone-like behavior for a woman.
It's it's so good. It's just, I think the thing that we should mainly take
These
away,
people's brains are so broken that they actually will just deny reality
Mm-hmm.
and
No.
defend it until they die.
And does this person actually care? Let me ask you guys an honest question. Do you think that whatever that was, it's a dude, okay?
It's a dude, yeah.
It's a retarded guy who is mentally unwell, okay? Do you think that person actually cares about Renee Good? Honestly, do you think that that person actually has any,
That person doesn't have many coherent thoughts running through their mind.
I think
from
they're
a human
just-
level?
I think they're just looking for a martyr to validate their feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't matter who it was. It doesn't matter what the situation was. She could have ran over that agent, and then another agent ended up shooting her.
They would have still
It would have
murdered
been the
her.
same response.
Yeah, they would have still
You know,
murdered her.
You know, like it doesn't matter how lawful it was for them to do what they did. They're still gonna have a response because they still feel not agreeable with ICE and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't think they care about Renee
thing-
Good. I think they just want a martyr to validate their feelings.
The thing to think of, though, is, like, at least she was a white woman, because if it was a black woman, Minneapolis would have actually been, like, nuked into orbit by now. Like, it would actually be completely on fire, everything burned to the ground. So, no, they don't care, but it's because it was the second highest tier of human on their totem pole for them to not give a crap about. So, no, I don't think they actually really care. If they were black or brown, they would have absolutely lost their ever-loving mind.
Yeah,
Completely.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my main
I feel like that's actually inarguable at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have a I mean, this happened in the same place a couple of years ago. We have a very tight sample pool of this exact situation. So, yeah, I agree with that statement for sure. I think my main, and that, what all these clips, kind of sum up together, I think in my brain is like what you're saying. They don't actually care about people as individuals. Like we saw it with Charlie Kirk, how in contrast to the people who, I'll just say people on the right, just as in general, or just people who aren't super left. So just everyone with a normal brain and has the ability to critically think. Okay, so everyone on that side of the fence, when this situation happened, is like, we're not celebrating. We're not making videos being like, oh, thank gosh, this person died. Like, great, I'm so happy that Renee Good is dead. Like, no, that's not, it's a very differentiating thing between both sides of what we are and what they are. Is like, they're looking for an excuse to show how outraged they are. They don't actually care about the well-being of others. They only care about how much of a soldier they are to what the cause that they believe in, or their moral superiority in their brains to the rest of us.
Right, because they're not individualists. They don't see people as individuals. They are collectivists, and so they saw her death as a hit against their ideology because she was a part of it.
I don't even think it's
Well,
bad. I think it's
you
just
could say the same thing about like Charlie Kirk. There's a lot
Fair-
of people on the right that say
Fair, but that
they're
was
taking
simply
a
because
shot
he
at
was. That's only because he was an actual mouthpiece for the ideology. If Charlie Kirk was me and nobody on the right wing, nobody would be freaking out as like me, a great big advocate for the right wing dying or whatever because I held a certain ideology.
Right, that's
or
true.
or yeah, or just some random
Yeah.
dude on the street who
Right.
would like was wearing a mag hat or something. Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't react the same, but it's just I don't even think it's like what were you saying, like it's a hit against them. I think it's just an excuse for them to show how great they are.
Yeah.
Like, look how mad I am. Look at this video I made.
Mm-hmm.
Look how mad I am at these people. I'm just
That's a lot of it. It is.
It's a posturing fake thing.
It is simply just, oh, I'm going to show my friends how virtuous I am because if I don't show how outraged I am on TikTok, then I might get ostracized from my group.
Yeah.
Because I cannot be seen as virtuous unless I am outraged about the situation.
Yeah, and
if I'm not virtuous, then nobody will hang out with me.
Right. Or no one will agree with me, or
right.
Yeah.
They also let emotions just take the wheel of their actions.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't even think about what they're saying. They're just letting emotions fly. Like what he said, he's like, well, she was just trying to get out of a dangerous situation without even realizing, well, she deliberately put herself in a dangerous situation. So she wasn't simply just trying to get out of a dangerous situation because she put herself there, knowing that it's a dangerous situation.
Yeah, she was the one who created the danger.
Right. Right, exactly.
Right,
So
it's
they
like you
don't
kind of
understand
can't
that.
put your hand on the stove intentionally and then scream when it burns you.
Right.
Well, you can, but you can't say, "Oh, the stove burned me."
Yeah, it's not that like the stove victimized you.
Right.
The
Yeah.
stove is doing what the stove is supposed to do.
Yeah.
The stove was there. You put your hand on it.
Yeah.
You burned yourself.
Right.
Yeah. And another thing I want to take from this video is she said that she was surrounded by people with guns.
Yeah, he said that she was.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get that correct.
There's so many different he's and she's going
Let
on.
me get that correct. He said that Renee Good was surrounded by people holding their guns. And we're now
she approached them violently with their guns drawn, is what he said.
Yeah. The ICE agents approached her violently and was with their guns, with their hands on their guns. So now we're going to get to the
Not with
point.
their hands on their guns, drawn. He said, "Oh, they had their guns drawn on her."
I don't think he
when
said
they
that.
approached.
I thought he said hands on gun.
Hands on the gun, I think is what we can back it up. But
I thought it was they had their guns drawn. Back it up a little bit, because now I want to fact check this.
Okay, I think he said just.
I watched the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is gonna say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran at her car, holding onto their guns, and then they shot her when she tried to drive away. She wasn't
Holding
trying to
onto
ram.
their guns.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's a great screenshot.
yes, that's going on the thumbnail.
Perfect.
What's his name? Transcendent Tess?
Transcendent Tess, it looks like, yeah.
Very transcendent.
very gay and retarded. I like how he's just a road worker with long hair, you know. Yeah, dude. So that whole statement, they're gonna say she was trying to ram them. She most certainly was not. And like we've already shown with the other angles, she most certainly did try to ram them. And he definitely did not have his hand on the gun until she tried to ram them. So this person either is just ignoring evidence that was blatantly there,
Well,
or
he's ignoring the simple biological fact that he's a man. So I can imagine that it's not too much of a stretch for him to ignore the fact that she tried to ram a cop.
Yeah, it's just a crazy situation to just watch a video that everyone's seen and then just blatantly make a video just lying about the video that we all can see with our eyes. You know what I mean?
Luke, did I just hit Bo?
No.
That's literally what that guy did.
Say his name. Renee Good. Renee Good.
Transcendent test. Transcendent test.
Yeah, retard. All right. So now we're gonna get into
let's put to bed the theory that she did not ram the cop.
This is new footage. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. And you haven't seen this yet, I'm guessing you probably have. It's probably everywhere now. But yeah, you guys want to just break this down?
Let's watch it in full, and then we'll go section by section.
Okay.
How about?
All right.
Right.
Just like we broke down the Sheriff.
Yeah. I only watched this video like quick once. I don't know. I don't remember if you saw anything or not. But
I tried to watch it as minimal as possible, but the first time I watched it, it was a very eye-opening experience. So like, I'd kind of like to see your guys.
Like, do we need
Yeah,
a
I saw it.
disclaimer?
Do we need a disclaimer?
No.
No.
Okay.
You won't. This is
the ICE agent's POV.
Yeah, this is from his body cam.
It's a cell phone. He's holding his cell phone.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to take away. What did you guys think about that?
Well, that clearly shows that he got hit by the car, considering you can hear him get hit by the car.
You actually can hear the contact of the car on his body, yeah.
I also love the dyke telling him to go pack a lunch.
Oh, we're going to get into that. I don't know. The volume's kind of low here because there's a few things, but I think I remember what she said. You should be able to pick it up when you're watching this too. So.
Yeah, it's just tense situation, and there's people just making it more tense and not helping anything, and you're just making situations worse.
Yes.
You know,
so
I think we've talked about it before on the podcast, but de-escalation it's a skill that people do not understand. You know, like she should not have been trying to do anything in that situation. You don't try to de-escalate a situation with federal agents.
I'm sorry, I keep sneezing over here. It's like my fourth sneeze. My bad.
Yeah. Well, also keep in mind we're adding this context in with what we knew previously into what we know now. So what we knew from the reactions of everyone and why all these riots started. They saw the first video, drew their own conclusion that this ICE agent is just, shot someone who was trying to flee because this person was scared.
No. Not flee. She was just moving out of the way.
Yeah, sorry. She is moving out of the way and possibly scared because, well, what's his name? The Tess dude, construction worker guy, in the vest, said that she was trying to flee, didn't he? She was trying to get away from a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
So let's observe to what we know now. We'll break it down. So keep in mind, she drove from Missouri to here to purpose. She wanted this to happen. This was the goal. She's at the goal. She got what she wanted, right?
Yeah, she is agitating and
On purpose.
inciting. Yeah.
So she put herself here, and it's going to be doubled down by her partner, her dyke partner. And yes, so this is what the officers are looking at here.
Pause real quick. Thank God this wasn't an ATF agent, because that poor pupper would have been a goner too.
It might have been on site with the.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If
Keep
the
going.
ATF was there, she might still be alive, because there probably would have been a reaction after the dog. But okay, this is a good freeze frame. Look at her face.
She's so smug about it.
She's
Very
smug. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's purposely gone about her business to stop these agents from doing their job. And their job is to protect the community by getting out people who are literally stealing money, billions of dollars from these people.
And raping and women or children and all that stuff too.
Yeah, and all the other stuff that people do. Not all of them, but
she's very smug here. She looks like she's having a good time.
yes.
She won't be having a good time for long, unfortunately.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's
Pause.
fine. U.S.
And we're just going to further this point. And they know exactly what they're doing. They know what they're doing is illegal. They know that they have their license plate, and they know that they're going to get talked to later about this at minimum. Granted, this is a Democrat-controlled city, so this would probably be a slap on the wrist.
Okay. Before you press play and pause like very fast. One more time. Why is there a velociraptor?
What the?
No, how did you catch that?
Person's yard.
What?
It's like crushing a car.
That kind of goes hard.
Is that real?
Yes. It's just in multiple videos.
What? Wait, someone
It's-
put that there?
Yes, that's somebody's yard decor. That's
No,
this
like someone
isn't-
didn't overlay this on the video.
No. This is in multiple shots of the video. This is real.
Someone made the conscious choice to put a T-Rex
Yes, this is actually real. This
full size.
I noticed this from a different video, and I saw his tail in that freeze frame, and it reminded me. Oh yeah, keep going just a second and pause it so we can see the dinosaur in the clip.
I
Isn't
really
that
hope
awesome?
they were trying to deport whoever made that.
That's
Come on,
awesome,
That's
dude.
sick.
That's
Dude,
so cool. I want that in my yard.
Yeah, all right. I'll give it to you.
That's legit, dude. Anyway,
It's just such an odd thing to be in this scene right now. Okay,
It
but
is.
we're
it adds to the craziness for sure.
we're going to pause shortly after this lady is talking. Okay.
Former fucking guy from the same investor. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Pause.
Go ahead.
What do you guys think about that?
So normally when somebody says pack a lunch, they are threatening you. You better pack a lunch. It's a term used when you want to fight somebody. Like, oh, you want to fight? You better pack a lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that
You want to
that
come at us? Yeah, that's it.
the most obvious take from that whole statement right there is she threatened this agent. She threatened the agent.
You want to come at us? You
At
better
the
pack a lunch. That is
at
actually
the very least, they're harassing the agents while they're trying to do their job.
yeah.
But that's a threat.
Right.
That goes a step above. You can't you're not going to be able to. That's not even defensible in the court of law. She made a threat against that agent, a federal agent. She said, "If you want to do something,
If you want to come at
we're
us,
going
you
to
better
fight
pack a
you."
lunch.
Is
Yeah.
what she said in that statement. Is if you want to do anything to us, we're going to fight you. And so before that, she said, "Former veteran, save a veteran." Like that's supposed to mean something in it. So she's saying, "I'm a veteran and I am willing to fight you if you try to mess with us." So this is what the agents are dealing with. Someone is messing with them, and now they're threatening him. Notice his position to the vehicle and try to see if he ever stands directly in front of this person and stops and taunts them, trying to incite her to do something.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Whoa!
Yeah, we can back it up now.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car.
Threat comes like 2 seconds before
Whoa!
drive is what she's screaming into the vehicle. The officer is going around the vehicle to potentially talk to this person, either detain the person, get the vehicle information, or temporarily detain this person, tell him, go upon your merry way. We have a job to do. That's what he's doing right there. And he gets around the vehicle, gets threatened by the one chick, and then immediately afterwards,
She yells drive and then
she
gets
yells
hit by the
drive. She puts in reverse and hits the accelerator directly at this guy.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead and press play again.
You want to watch the whole thing again?
Just the part where she starts driving.
Get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
Actually, go back just a little bit here.
It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You
All right,
wanna come
pause.
at us?
Play.
I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go
Pause.
ahead.
Do you see that guy right there? Does he have his hand on his gun as he is approaching the car?
Doesn't look like it's me.
Tess was wrong.
I also
Well, even in the first video, you can see that no one has their hands on their gun.
right, that got debunked from the first
Yeah,
video.
that was.
Yeah.
I don't know how he came to that conclusion at all.
He's retarded and delusional. All right, you can keep going.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Whoa!
So it sounds like he only shoots twice.
I believe 3 shots were fired.
I only heard 2.
Um,
Maybe it was just quick.
yeah, go. I think
I don't think it matters actually.
It
But
doesn't.
I mean, it's almost immediately. As soon as the one agent starts walking up and says, "Get out of the car," then she decides she's going to take off.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's upon the realization that she is going to get detained. She's not even, at no point, I don't think, were they under the impression that they were going to jail. So it's not like, I mean, they should have known what they were doing illegal. But like I said, as a Democrat ran city, they probably get a slap on the wrist, if that, and then sent upon their way.
Right. Yeah, it seemed like they're under the impression of, we're gonna leave here. You guys are gonna talk to us later, and then we're just gonna go do it again somewhere else.
Yeah, we're
We're
taking.
just gonna keep doing this.
We're gonna show we drove all the way up here to get this footage of us harassing you guys to show how great we are. We drove multiple states away to get here just so we could harass you guys, and we got this cool video now that we can show all of our Subaru moms at the I don't know what they do, whatever thing that they're at. And then we're just gonna go home. And it's gonna be all cool. But as soon as it gets to like, no, now it's time to actually, face the consequences. It's run or hurt people. Like, I don't understand where's she going? Like, the other one's not even in the car.
Right.
Well, you can see
Like,
that she's trying to open the door to hop in. She grabs the door handle and tries to
And it's
go in.
locked.
Yeah, it's locked, and she's like, whatever, just leave me.
Yeah, where was she gonna go?
Yeah. Where? Where?
Is that it for the videos?
Yes, I believe so. There was a couple other things, but that for as far as Minnesota goes, that's it. I think if you have a brain inside of your head, you can probably come to the conclusion now that, the renegade was completely 100% in the wrong, and not only did she know way before she even got to the point of, the end, she knew what she was doing was wrong, hence drive away. But the whole goal was to harass federal agents. So I don't really think from a legal or moral law, which we never even touched on that, like what the heck does that mean?
The moral law is subjective.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's subjective to them.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is clearly premeditated, clearly put the officer in danger, in danger of his life. And that officer was 100% justified in his actions in shooting her because, his life was in danger. So, yes, it was 100% justified.
I don't think there's any argument on that.
No. It's sad, and it's not something that, it should be celebrated.
Yeah, you shouldn't dance on this woman's grave, but you should at least recognize that she was in the wrong. The cop was justified in doing what he did. And it's tragic, but such is life.
Whether you agree with the ICE thing or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we can put that one to bed.
Yeah, that one's an open shut case there, I think.
What we got
I wonder
next?
what all those people's responses would have been if she ran over that agent and killed him.
Oh, they would be
celebrating.
clapping and
And
cheering.
she got away.
She would be, They would be celebrating her, and then when she inevitably got brought in, they would try to get her. There would be like some sort of riots to get her free.
Yeah.
Or something.
What we got next?
Okay, so this has to do with the Venezuela stuff. This is just this. This also goes back to doxing. So this retard is goes by Seth Harpot. Like I had never heard of this guy before this, but this is the guy that doxed the Delta commander. When people were, the commies were talking in America, were like, complaining that America took Venezuela. He doxed a Delta operator, threatening his life, and it actually turned out to be not even the correct guy that was on the mission. He just doxed a random guy that wasn't even there. And then he got a bunch of hate for it online, and this is his response. This queer faggot. This is his response to that. And it's a picture of, I don't know, probably the, girliest gun that came out of his husband's safe or boyfriend's safe, and not even in a holster, puts in his waistband, takes a selfie pic, says, I hate violence. I don't really like guns, but being on the receiving end of a torrent of death threats does make me thankful for my concealed carry license, my proficiency at marksmanship, my home security system, and Texas Castle Doctrine.
And then he also follows it up with, no internet beef is worth your life, so groypers stay at home. If you think I've done something wrong, report it to the authorities. Don't get got over some dumb stuff on Twitter. That would be truly stupid. So he's saying...
He's basically saying...
Oh, I doxed somebody and threatened their life, but...
yes, I put some...
Now I'm mad that people are threatening my life.
Yes,
brother, you did the same thing. What do you mean?
Yeah, not only did he put someone else's, and keep in mind, an innocent person who had nothing to do with the thing that you were upset about, you put his whole family's life at risk as well. And now you're saying, oh yeah, I'm going to kill the people that are mad at me if they come to my house. And I like how he talks about how proficient he is with marksmanship in my home security system and his concealed carry permit. Keep in mind,
post practice score loser.
Keep in mind, Texas does not require a concealed carry license. Yeah, unholstered. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, this guy is truly. He seems super dangerous guy.
Yeah, that physiognomy checks out actually.
Yeah, this guy is a clown that should be definitely clowned on. You shouldn't do anything to be violent against this guy, not because he's dangerous, but because we're better than them. we're just better than them in the way that we're not going to be violent towards you, but we are going to clown on you because you are an idiot and you deserve to be clowned on and shamed. So, yeah.
All right. Next.
And then this is to ease us out of the seriousness of.
So this is a MP with a force reset trigger.
Yeah, this is a FRT inside of a MMP.
This is
5 Smith & Wesson, the Freedom Fingers FRT.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wowee.
Hold on. These fucking rounds exploded, dude.
So, what I'm guessing is either he had some insanely hot rounds in that mag. He had an out of battery or a squib or something like that. And it blew up his gun essentially in his hand.
I think he's saying the rounds exploded because that's what he's saying.
Yeah. I don't know, but That is craziness. Like, you can see, I think it. Yeah, you could see the casings. They straight up blew up.
I wonder if
Five,
it got
Mr.
so
Wilson?
hot.
The Freedom Fingers FLT.
I don't know, man. I can't imagine that it got that hot that it caused them to detonate after a couple of rounds. Because I mean, obviously you could shoot a Glock with a.
But you hear
switchable
popping
auto.
afterwards.
Yeah, it blows up once initially, and then it blows up like 2 more times.
But as he's walking away, they're still popping.
Yeah, there's a couple pops.
I don't know. He's lucky to still have his hands in his eyes, dude, for
Right.
sure. Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yikes.
I wonder if
Always wear iPro. Always wear iPro when you're dealing with guns, because yeah, stuff just happens. I mean, when you're shooting, I have shot steel before a little too close, and I caught shrapnel. I caught a chunk of copper jacket on my cheekbone once, and it cut my cheekbone open. It was not cool. So yeah, always make sure you're wearing safety glasses when you're shooting, and yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what could have possibly happened there, but it's nuts. It also kind of freaks me out about the FRTs. I think this is probably going to be part of like the growing pains of FRTs is we are going to have a couple, bad companies doing cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Not saying that this was the case at all here, because the rounds look very questionable and like what happened looks very questionable, but yeah.
Yeah, for all we know, those could be +P+ rounds that he was throwing through there, and they were just loaded too hot or something like that, and his chamber couldn't take it. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what the gun looks like internally, to see kind of what the damage was, so we can maybe get a reference on what exactly happened. But yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But yeah, that's a transition into the less fun combo into the fun stuff. We're going to talk about fun stuff to finish this video out and on a good note. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you made it this far,
thanks for sticking around.
Thanks for sticking around. Sorry if we got a little animated, but I think I can speak for all of us when I say that yeah, we just believe in
truth.
Yeah. And we should always be seeking for the truth, and we should always speak out against stuff that is just wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know what's not wrong, though? Glock Gen 6. They did it right.
I mean, yes. I mean, if you're a Glock whore like you are.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you would say that. Glock shill, as some would say, but you're the worst shill ever because you paid for that.
Yeah, I paid for all of my Glocks.
Yeah. But yeah, Gen 6, dude. How do you feel?
So, I got my Gen 6 here.
For anyone who doesn't know, Mitchell owns...
I currently own 4 Glocks, but I've owned...
I think... I was trying to figure this out with my wife because I was telling my wife about you buying this. I'm like, man, I don't know how many Glocks he's owned. Like, it's so many. Like, you've maybe owned every single variation of Glock since, like, I don't know. I feel like you recycle Glocks like it's...
I've probably owned 10 to 12, and I have 4 currently.
I thought it was higher than that.
No. I have 4 currently. I got my 19 Gen 4, 19X, 43X, and now my 17 Gen 6. Yeah. But I think they did it right, man.
Yeah, what's your overall impressions? I know you're very biased, but let's hear them.
So over the Gen 5, which is the previous model to this, obviously, a lot of cool things. They changed up the MOS system. They got rid of the MOS system and moved to a new mounting system that uses kind of like these plastic buffers that
What do you think about the mounting system?
I think it's a better improvement to the MOS system. The MOS system kind of sucked because it didn't allow you to have very long screws for mounting, and it was kind of, you had to mount 4 screws in order to mount your optic. So you had 4 different points of failure on the optic system instead of 2 screws directly straight through into the slide, like a direct cut kind of.
Yeah, you want to grab my
17?
my 17 there, because we have like a direct, probably one of the more direct comparisons that you can probably get. Okay, I have a Gen 5 17 and this is a Gen 6, so we do have kind of a direct comparison here.
Yeah, so they changed the MOS system to now a new system where it's close to a direct mount as you can, and then the recoil lugs are basically on these plastic buffers that you squash the optic down onto.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, mess with this and just let you talk about it.
The recoil system is different too, so they shortened the dust cover on the frame, and now the recoil systems on the compact and full sizes are the same length. So you can swap say a 19 slide to it as well, and it'll still work. So then they also went to a single coil spring instead of the double spring system with like Gen 4 and 5, which makes it feel softer. It just cycles softer. You can feel even when you're playing with the slide. It just feels lighter, softer, more smooth.
Yeah. So like that stuff. Like they did make some minor, I'm going to say minor, very small internal improvements. They're still improvements, but like the soft recoil portion, like what you just said,
That's probably the biggest internal improvement to it.
which is probably not a lot. Like I'm going to guess like the average shooter
Yeah, it's probably not
is
going to
not
notice
going
much of a
to notice.
difference.
Like, yes, someone like Ben Steger,
Yeah.
like maybe probably the best like shooting instructor, one of the best pistol shooters that's
In the
out
world.
there in the world right now, winning national competitions
titles.
and world competitions. Like, yeah, when he says that, I believe that he can tell a difference. But like the average Joe Schmo, I don't think would be able to tell the difference in the recoil. I think the biggest thing is definitely the grip.
Yeah, that is
that-
immediately the most noticeable thing
Absolutely.
is they changed the design of the grip. So there's a more aggressive texture that wraps all the way around the grip. And they added a palm swell onto the grip as well. So it's not like that blocky Lego grip style that they've had for literally ever that people don't like. It feels nice.
It's definitely improved ergonomically in your hands.
It feels more round and it fits your hand better.
It definitely fits the hand better. We were talking about like how some people are saying like the grip feels smaller and whether or not that was cope or not.
It feels smaller.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it feels small. It feels like they just moved it around the mass around. I think it's the same. It feels better to grab a Gen 6 for sure. Like that, there's no question about it. It's better.
Yeah.
Grip wise for sure. but it definitely doesn't feel smaller. It feels wider, you know. But it's definitely it's an instant improvement over the Gen 5.
Yeah. The
for
trigger
sure.
shoe shape, they made it a flat trigger shoe, which is nice. The serrations on the front are cut deeper and angled up towards the top of the slide so that you get a little better traction on it, which are minor improvements, but they feel nice.
Yeah, one small thing that I kind of like on this is like the around the slide release here, like they ramped up that little ledge that's underneath it.
Yeah.
Which I think is because that's something with my grip too that I have had issues with before is my thumb being up too high.
Yeah, and it causes it to lock back. I've had that
Right.
issue as well.
So I think, and it feels like it's just as high as this. So whether or not it helps out a ton or not, I guess I haven't shot it yet, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I think ergonomically, that's probably it's just more ergonomic out of the box. Is what
For sure.
the trigger. I don't care what anyone says is the same.
It doesn't feel much different by any means. The only difference with the trigger really is just the shoe shape, which if you like flat trigger shoes, great, you'll like it. If you don't care for them, sorry. But
Yeah,
it feels good.
Most people probably are gonna change. I mean, that's like one of the things people try to change on the Glock right away anyway. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I probably will not change
You
my
won't,
trigger.
yeah.
No. I'm going to get a flat trigger shoe for my 19X, but that one will just stay as is.
Yeah, because really that is kind of unless you're getting like a super high end trigger system like the Trigger Tech. I haven't shot one, but people say that it helps out a ton.
Mhm.
I think the Johnny Glock's trigger is up there too.
Tactical pontoon is really good.
Yeah, there's a couple high end ones that's like it's changing out the whole system.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like when you're changing a Glock trigger, you're mostly just changing out the shoe. Like it's still a Glock trigger. So
Yeah, you change out the shoe and you lighten up a couple of springs and you'll get a lighter pull, but it'll still feel the same for the most part.
yeah, and I think that's the most thing that people like. People always like that was a thing when you buy Glocks. You buy a Glock, you immediately change the iron sights, you stipple the grip, and you get a different trigger. That's kind of like
Yeah.
what most people
And
do.
they fixed all that from the factory now.
Right, so you won't have to do that straight out of. Well, besides the sights.
Yeah, which I did, but I only did that simply just because I had them. I don't care about iron sights. I don't know anybody that still cares about iron sights. If you're not
A
shooting,
lot of people do. A lot of people complain about
a lot of people complain about it, but those people, I feel, don't use their guns enough to justify that. If you're not shooting with the red dot, what are you doing?
Well, there's people that definitely use red dots that are still crying about the iron sights. Is like
Yeah, well, they're dumb because
And
with
how-
the reliability of red dots now, I don't know how you could.
oh no, once you shoot a gun with a red dot, it's like kind of like impossible to go back.
It's just a much better experience.
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you think?
Oh, I really like it. I love the grip of the Gen 6. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge fan of the normal grip of Glocks.
Mhm.
That's kind of why I was, that was my biggest gripe with it. I just didn't like how it felt in my hand. So it's definitely an improvement.
Yeah,
for
ergonomically,
sure.
yeah.
I'm gonna
It still
turn him
didn't
into
change.
a Glock boy yet.
Oh, I love
Ooh.
Glock. I think they're great. I just personally just didn't like the feel of the grip as much.
Yeah,
But everything else about Glock I love.
They also really, really flared
Yeah.
out the mag well on
Yeah.
these. Like they did a little bit of a flare on the Gen 5s, but the Gen 6 is like an extreme flare on it. And obviously my hands aren't big enough to feel it with the 17 full length grip, but I bet you on a 19 with the shorter compact grip, that flared mag well feels really nice.
Yeah.
I'm almost betting that. They extended the beaver tail a little bit, which is nice for guys who have big, fat, meaty hands that, get slide bite with their Glocks. I don't have that issue, but some guys do. And then they also,
It just looks better as well.
Yeah.
I like the beaver tail look.
and they changed the undercut too. They really exaggerated the undercut underneath the trigger guard, which helps you get your hand just a little bit higher. And it's much more rounded off. So hopefully, guys won't get that, infamous Glock knuckle as much. But yeah, no, a lot of good improvements on the Gen 6. I really like it. Is it worth upgrading from, your Gen 5s? I don't know. I'm going to do a lot of testing on it over the year, shooting it at matches and beating the crap out of it at the range. So look out maybe for a review on it. I'm not going to do like the whole, oh, I got like 200 rounds on it. It's great. I'm going to do a lot of extensive testing on it and really try to beat the brakes off of it and get a good long formed opinion on it. So,
yeah, and I think we talked about doing this too, where, doing like a slight overview comparing these two, but there's like 100 billion of those episodes out.
yeah.
So like that's not really going to provide much.
Yeah, that's
to
not
you
going to do
guys.
a whole lot, as
You can't really tell unless like you can see the difference, but you're not going to be able to tell really until you get your hands on one. But yeah, we're definitely going to do like stock this overview, and then you're going to beat the crap out of that. This gun has already been beat to crap.
Yeah, I've shot that one a lot. I think I had 5,000 or 6,000 rounds on it when I sold it to you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're going to be putting more on that. And then I might also Gucciify this too in between. So then we can do kind of a long form. This Gen 5, if you already have Gen 5, is it worth, upgrading to that versus, just sticking with this
and pimping it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like kind of, because I really like the Landers Weapon Systems Glocks that they have, and like sending them out because I love the slim grip mod that they have. I don't like the grip of the Gen 5 either, and specifically something that they didn't fix about with the Gen 6 is they left the palm swell in the back,
The hump
in the back, which I understand if you have bigger hands, it probably feels better, but I just don't like that feel. So yeah, we'll see if it's really worth improving it. But they definitely did a lot of little things
that add up to a really good product, I think.
To a better product. They definitely didn't do anything revolutionary. I wouldn't say.
No, nothing on this is revolutionary or groundbreaking, but because it's Glock, I think that
I think it would be a safe bet to say that they probably maintained the reliability because, like we said, they didn't change much about the internals. So it should, in theory, be the same reliability. And then the extra niceties with the ergonomics. Probably like lead to a better, thing. It's definitely better out of the box, no question about it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's
By a mile.
There's a few niceties, like for sure. They were never probably going to change the grip angle, but
no, because that implies that
they would have
to change all the mags, and they're not going to do that.
Right. So I understand why they didn't do that. I think if they did that and like had a new mag to go with it, I would have been like, okay, maybe they're doing, I wouldn't say revolutionary, but they made a big change.
Yeah.
That probably would be a major improvement, but you can train, like we said, Ben Steger shoots Glock at his competitions. Like
It's all about just learning your index. If you
a
learn
grip angle is not going to prevent you from becoming a good shooter.
no, it's not.
But do you
So-
still kind of wish that it was different? Yeah.
Not me, because I shoot Glock so much that now when I go to like my staccato and stuff, I gotta I gotta fumble around with my index. I'm like, oh, whoa, my dot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all just kind of what you're used to, and I'm used to the Glock grip angle, so it's whatever.
Okay. Well, that's, Gen 6 overview.
Yeah.
If we didn't lose anybody there, we have one last thing that we're going to talk about. I want to get your guys. Have you seen any of this stuff with the new Vortex
Yeah,
AMG?
a little bit, yeah.
Very, very little.
Yeah. So there's, I think today or yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday was the first time I saw it, but today we saw all the influencers who've probably had this for months post their pictures about it. Woo! It's a 1 to 10. So they're not changing the, in terms of magnification over their previous LPVO, which is the Razer Gen 3 1 to 10. So they didn't change anything there. But the biggest thing that jumps off the page there is that MSRP
$6,400
for an LPVO.
It's a compact LPVO, 1 to 10.
So yeah, definitely a little shorter.
So it's a 1 to 10. Go back down to the specs.
Yeah.
So it's a 1 to 10 LPVO, 24 millimeter objective, first focal plane. Let's see. Field of view is 116 inches, or is that 116 feet? And
at 100 yards.
And that's at probably 1x, and then 12 feet
is
at 10x at 100 yards, which...
what was the Gen 3? Can you...
I don't remember. 34 mil tube, obviously mils. Weight, 18.8 ounces, which is...
That's pretty low.
Pretty light.
That's
for
pretty
an
light.
LPVO.
That's pretty light.
How long is it? 8.4 inches.
So very short, very light.
Compact, light package.
So I don't know if you're going to have to open up a new tab to just Google Razer Gen 3 1 to 10. And then click on that. Go down to this spec so we can get a direct comparison. So I like the reticle better off the bat with the AMG.
Yeah, for sure. It's much finer, more precise. You get your military reticle.
More simple.
Yeah. Just gives you more data. So everything, so 1 to 10x, the field of view is basically the same.
That is the we're on the Razer Gen 3.
Yeah, this is the Gen 3.
Okay.
The length, so the AMG is about 2 inches shorter and 3.5 ounces lighter or so. 3 ounces.
So yes. And these are going for about
go up, Luke.
MSRP
is 4,000.
4,000. Okay, so you can definitely find these for much cheaper. This is, this is MSRP, so
yeah, street price you're looking at probably like
you can pick these up for like $2,500.
$2,800.
Yeah. So we'll just go off of scroll back down to the specs real quick. So for what is that? An extra $2,000 to $2,500, you are getting at least on the specs, you're getting, you're saving 3 ounces, and you're getting 2 inches less length. Is there anything else on that page that jumps out at you?
No, everything else, the field of view is virtually the same.
Yeah, we can go back to.
You get like a third of an inch or a quarter inch more field of view
it's
on
like
10x.
3.3. Yeah, so you're saving 0.3 inches of eye relief. Not a lot, but it's some.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what the glass clarity is like.
Right. There's a lot of
subjective.
There's a lot of nuance, but just off of you know, the specs, it doesn't look like a lot. I think that would be a hard. You're probably street price on this. I think you're probably going to be going like $4,000.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there, I would guess. $4,000, $4,200. Yeah.
Which is, I think, the best news about this is if you were looking at getting a Razer Gen 3, the prices are about to go down.
Yeah.
I would think they're going to go down a little bit. Probably not a ton.
Nah, I wouldn't say a ton.
Probably they will go down.
Yeah, they definitely will. But
when I went with you to get to pick up your Glock, I was looking in the case and like the Gen 2, the Razer Gen 2 1-8 was like actually super cheap.
Yeah, well, probably like $1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that was a good optic when it came out.
Yeah, my buddy's got one. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good optic, and then they did a lot better with the Gen 3. The Gen 3s were kind of like a really good option for a long time, and now we have this, which is definitely not as much of a jump, I would say, from Gen 3 to AMG.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a big price tag for LPVO.
Yeah, that's great. You
And
could buy
the price tag jump doesn't seem to trend with the technology jump.
From what we're looking at right now, just specs in itself, like we said, I haven't seen a ton about it, so it's hard to say. But
yeah, unless that glass is like crystal clear.
But how clear does it have to be to justify that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's dependent on a lot of factors. Light transmission, if it's super bright in there, and there's a lot of things that need to be going on in order for it to.
There could be some magic wizardry going on inside that glass for all we know.
Yeah.
That makes it super. It could change the game. I mean, the price tag says like we're changing the game, but we can't tell right now, obviously. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out at SHOT.
But yeah, I mean, you'd have to like use it really to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely. And they didn't really solve any of the major issues that most people have with LPVOs. Like, I personally don't really like LPVOs just because they are so heavy and so.
They're heavy and fragile.
Heavy, fragile, long. They do give like a decent amount of capability, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. It looks nice.
It does look nice.
It looks nice.
I think that rifle there is its use case. 11.5, 12.5, kind of a lighter, shorty gun.
Yeah, I don't dig LPVOs on the lighter or the shorter barrel guns.
I'm not either.
I'm not a fan of that. I feel like you're defeating a lot of the purpose of having a shorter gun with the LPVO on there. Like, yes, is it capable of reaching out to distances where you would want that extra magnification.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, when you're using it, you're going to be
I think a
closer.
red dot magnifier or an EOTech magnifier combo is probably your better bet on
ACOG supremacy, dude.
Yeah. So I think
What's a ACOG's like weight? Is this competing with ACOG weight? Like a TA-31's like weight?
$14 to 16 ounces.
Yeah, so it's getting close.
What?
It's getting close. Still not quite there.
What on earth is that AI overview?
Yeah.
This is why I'm not going to get into the AI discussion, but AI is actual cancer too.
Oh, wait a
Society.
second.
Weight gain during pregnancy.
Okay. Well,
No, but the ACOG
the
rifle
highlighted
scope,
one. Yeah.
typically weighs 14 to 16 ounces.
Well, to be
with
fair,
mounts.
Luke just put ACOG weight in there.
I did.
Like
I did. I was trying to be
could have
quick.
put the specific model in there. Just click on the Trigicon thing. Go to the specs. I'm probably gonna have to scroll
Keep
down.
going
a little
down.
bit.
Specs, yeah.
There we go.
So
Right,
let's see.
14.9. So 5. You're what? You're 3 ounces
Yeah,
heavier.
3 ounces lighter.
3 to 3.5 ounces heavier. But keep in mind also that on these specs with the ACOG,
It includes a mount.
the ACOG includes a mount. The Vortex one is not including a mount.
The ACOG also doesn't require batteries to illuminate, and the ACOG is also far more robust than any LPVO ever.
Way more durable. Is it the most perfect? But no, it's not the most perfect. But lighter, more durable, shorter, doesn't take up rail space.
MSRP is also like $5,000 cheaper.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because that's one thing I'm kind of excited for with Shot. Is there some? Because I want to do a review on the 8.6 fix so I can sell it.
Mhm.
And I've been looking at scopes for it, and I had a 3 to 18 on it,
Mhm.
and I didn't like it because it just made it way too heavy. Like the 3 to 18 almost weighed as much as the whole gun did. Like it was insane how much weight it added to it. So I didn't like that. So I was like, I've been going back and forth. Like, do I just get an ACOG so I just have one? You know, because I like them.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. There's some stuff coming out for Shot. Like I think EOTech's coming out with a really interesting option. That's kind of in that range. It's a shorter compact, like 4 to 12, I think it is, or something like that.
They got their 4 to 12.
Which
Primary Arms is probably also going to come out with like 3 new scopes, 4 new scopes.
yeah, so I'm gonna wait until after Shot to decide what I'm gonna do with that. But I want to do like a more detailed review, like a review on the fix, and then sell it and get a 6 arc rifle.
Yeah.
Not that I like the 8.6 round, but yeah, I'll dive into that at a different time. But yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. AMG MSRP $6,000.
$6,400.
$6,500. That's a lot of cheddar. It's a lot of cheddar. I don't know.
You could buy a lot of Glock Gen 6s with that money.
You could buy a lot of Glock Gen 6s. You could buy a whole rifle You could buy a whole.
You could buy a
couple.
whole rifle and set it up for cheaper than that.
Yes.
A good one. A really good
You
one.
could build like a high end, like top of the line, high end AR. You could probably build yourself one of the best ARs out there for.
Yeah, you could get yourself like 3 Super Duties.
You really could.
Well, you guys want to wrap it there?
Yeah, let's wrap it.
All right. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you've been here this long, really appreciate you.
We appreciate you a lot. Thank you a lot.
Yes, a lot.
And if you do appreciate it that much, and you know someone who likes guns and hates the government as much as we do, make sure you tell your friends about it.
Tell your friends. Tell your grandma.
That's the only way this show is gonna keep going is just you guys. So we really appreciate you guys being here with us, and let us know in the comments how much of an idiot we are, or if we got something wrong. We love to hear from you guys. So
Yeah. Again, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you guys don't miss any videos or updates. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you next time.
Before we go.
Yeah.
Wise words. What
Wise
do you got?
words?
Yep.
Buy a Glock and not a SIG.
if you find yourself surrounded by federal agents and you're in a vehicle, turn the vehicle off and do what they say. You're better off fighting whatever charge you may be facing if you are at all, or you're probably going to end up in a pretty bad spot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't drive your vehicle at federal agents. Not a good idea.
Yeah, just chill out. I don't know, just read a book or something. It's getting crazy out there, so just invest in relaxing.
Invest in relaxing?
Yeah. Like, don't get worked up over so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of reading books, pick up Ben Stoker and Joel Park's new book, Baseline Dry Fire. I'm not paid for that. It's a great book. It'll help you a lot with your shooting.
Yeah, you set that book up like
it was a paid promo, dude. But no, I actually believe in it. It's got a lot of really good stuff in it. It'll really benefit you if you are looking to get better at shooting. Even if you're good at shooting, there's a lot of good stuff in it. So check it out.
I think we're the worst at advertisers on planet Earth because we just
do it for free.
We just do it for free.
It's because I like it.
It's for the love of the game.
It is for the love of the game. Guys, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.